heavily. Money Dude is going to finish Alexa. He finishes Alexa. Mediums are definitely trapped. Going to land a good shell into Arcade and a fire scored. And SYS almost did it, but they couldn't quite cut the cheese. And that's a wrong phrase because cut the cheese means farting. They didn't fart, of course. They couldn't cut the mustard. Enough. Look at that, he took a hit, 384, 2 hits, 3 hits! They got A, Feast got A, Juicy, he's isolating himself by 4 tanks. Juicy is a focus actually, but that reactive armor and Boom Boom bouncing is going to buy them some time. For both Eyeline and Tokatsu, Kobolds, oh, Bifrost going very aggressive here. Oh, trouble. He got shot by 440, but he tagged up both Eyeline and Rubber Chicken here. They can't get C at this point though. Only 982, 942. They killed one tank. Nari is in loads of trouble. And I think the reason why Ray lost is because I mispronounced all the names and they're very angry and they intentionally lost this game just because of that. So let's get serious and pronounce their names correctly. It's probably not the case of me mispronouncing their names while they are losing. But Messi! Taking 600, 631 he's getting pushed by both CU and also AAA. I think that is the signal for Ray to actually get aggressive into B. But Cobalt misses and crashes onto the rock, but made an important bounce from Hori, and he made a good shell into Cephalin. Cephalin, who is going to die first? Oh, great chromatic! Bounces onto Maddox, but Cephalin couldn't finish off Maddox. But this time, Feast is going to make the push. We're going to see a push over to Lovefu. Lovefu by the first tank down for IX. Maddox is going to be the sole focus for Cats, and Maddox needs to drop down in this case. He cannot stay there for too long. Feast have the cap lead here this time. 890 for them, but Bifrost might be the next tank down. It's getting really, really messy here. But CX is trying to put a shell. I think he misses. But Bifrost is also down. CX is also down 175, 180. Cats on the cusp of a victory here. 990. They need to kill a tank. 995. And it's a win for Cats. They won the second round. However, IX are pretty spread out. If the mediums relay that information, that means Feast are rushing on the C side, and that's exactly what they're doing right now. 4 vs 3. Maddox is going to get rushed by both Lapide and Lovefu, and this is going to be really, really close. This is still very close to call. Cobalt needs to run away, but he's low. But a good track shot into Xchromatic, but he got shot by Xchromatic though. Oh, is he going to land an XG shell? No! That XG shell bounces, but Tempted Fate bounces as well. He's going in. Is he able to do a circle of death? Good XG shell, but is he going to be close enough? No! Tempted Fate is down. But Retty already making a move to rush both Money Dude and OG projects. Will they buy enough time to absorb the rush, and so that Raid will be quick enough to rotate back and support those E5s, because they don't have a lot of time left. But Eaglejack is going to rush down the middle here. Oh no, is it another mistake? It's another mistake! JP finishes Eaglejack off, and the first game goes to Raid! He gets shot. He got shot by both Eaglejack. He is in loads of trouble. If they know Raid's going to push A, they can simply push out Messi, and Drizzle might be in some sort of trouble here. But SYS are running away, and Raid's going for A instead. And now SYS are going to make a push, and there's a big push coming in. I'm not sure if Raid's going to survive this one. Raid Messi, all tracked on the way. He's the first tank down. Monitored here. He's going to the back side of the SYS. Look at the backside showing them. Oh my goodness, SYS are in trouble. Their push is getting denied heavily. Monitored is going to finish Alexa. He finishes Alexa. Mediums are definitely trapped. Going to land a good shell into Arcade, and a fire scored. And SYS almost did it, but they couldn't quite cut the cheese. And that's a wrong phrase, because cut the cheese means farting. They didn't fart, of course. They couldn't cut the mustard. look at that. He took a hit. 384. 2 hits. 3 hits. They got A. Feast got A. Juicy, he's isolating himself by 4 tanks. Juicy is a focus actually, but that reactive armor and Boom Boom bouncing is going to buy them some time. For both Eyeline and Topcat to Cobalt. Oh, Bifrost going very aggressive here. Oh, he got shot by 440, but he tagged up both Eyeline and Rubber Chicken here. They can't get C at this point though. Only 982, 942. They killed 1 tank. Nari is in loads of trouble. And I think the reason why Ray lost is because I mispronounced all the names and they are very angry and they intentionally lost this game just because of that. So let's get serious and pronounce names correctly. It's probably not the case of me mispronouncing their names while they are losing. But Messi taking 600, 631. He's getting pushed by both CU and also AAA. I think that is the signal for Ray to actually get aggressive into B. But Cobalt misses and crashes onto the rock, but made an important bounce from Hori, and he made a good shell into Cephalin. Cephalin, who is going to die first? Oh, great chromatic! Bounces onto Maddox, but Cephalin couldn't finish off Maddox. But this time, Feast is going to make the push. We're going to see a push over to Lovefu. Lovefu by the first tank down for IX. Maddox is going to be the sole focus for Cats, and Maddox needs to drop down in this case. He cannot stay there for too long. Feast have the cap lead here this time. 890 for them, but Bifrost might be the next tank down. It's getting really, really messy here. But CX is trying to put a shell. I think he misses. But Bifrost is also down. CX is also down 175, 180. Cats on the cusp of a victory here. 990. They need to kill a tank. 995. And it's a win for Cats. They won the second round. However, IX are pretty spread out. If the mediums relay that information, that means Feast are rushing on the C side, and that's exactly what they're doing right now. 4 vs 3. Maddox is going to get rushed by both Lapide and Love Fu, and this is going to be really, really close. This is still very close to call. Cobalt needs to run away, but he's low. But a good track shot into Extrematic, but he got shot by Extrematic though. Oh, is he going to land Egg Shell? No! That Egg Shell bounces, but Tempted Fate bounces as well. He's going in. Is he able to do a circle of death? Good Egg Shell, but is he going to be close enough? No! Tempted Fate is down. But Retty already making a move to rush both Money Dude and OG projects. Will they buy enough time to absorb the rush, and so that Raid will be quick enough to rotate back and support those E5s, because they don't have a lot of time left. But Eaglejack is going to rush down the middle here. Oh no, is it another mistake? It's another mistake! JP finishes Eaglejack off, and the first game goes to Raid! He gets shot. He got shot by both Eaglejack. He is in loads of trouble. If they know Raid's are going to push A, they can simply push out Messi, and Drizzle might be in some sort of trouble here. But SYS are running away, and Raid's going for A instead. And now SYS are going to make a push, and there's a big push coming in. I'm not sure if Raid's going to survive this one. Raid Messi, all tracked on the way. He's the first tank down. Monitored here. He's going to the back side of. Good evening, everyone. This is Wildoneshelper has helped here back with Proof of Skill tournament. This is the first match today, and we are back on the EU server. Tonight, we will be following Win again. Hold on. Next slide. Is it not working? The next slide. Oh, I'm in the wrong scene. So Now, this slide should work. Again, I think a lot of you have already known what previous skill is. So all games are played in best of 3. Of course, the tournament is run in groups of single elimination knockout stage. So if the win is out, then it's out in the quarterfinals or earlier. They're done for tonight. However, the stream will still go on. We will follow the bracket all the way to the finals. There is a third place match in this group. The tournament is seeded via the average win rate of members in the team, and that information can be found on the website. So far, it has come under a lot of controversy how it deals with reroll accounts, and hopefully, WoTB is going to do something about it, because the seeding right now is a little bit strange in my opinion. And at the end of the tournament, a certain number of cups are given to the clan that the team is registered for. The number of cups determine the leaderboard position in which the top 8 would advance to the next stage. The Blitz Cup preliminaries. One previous skill tournament is spread out across 2 consecutive days. We have the first day with at most 16 teams in one group. On the EU server, we have 74 teams and 5 groups are made in the situation. A top 4 of each group will advance to the games held on the second day, and we are streaming on the second day, at which there will be at most 32 teams in one group, and all games are played in supremacy mode. This is the cup system for you. Tonight we'll find out who will be getting 2011 cups, and you might notice that there are a lot more cups in the group stage than the final stage. This is to prevent clans from not participating in some of the match days when they've known they are secure in the top 8. And this is a direct consequence to the summer season actually, where some teams, some clans have 4 match days to spare because they knew they are in the next round, and this is to prevent such things from happening. And this is the system I will use after all the matches have been finished, and you'll see there is a slight difference in the number in different situations because it's a best of 3. So I am also taking into account tiebreaker matches. You have a different number of cups earned for a tiebreaker and for a no tiebreaker fixture. Then you also have a difference in the increase of cups. It's more exponential under my system and more linear for the official system. And this is the timeline for you. We are on the 5th match day, and there are 3 more matches to go. Previous skill tournaments are held on every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Saturday, Sunday. The Blitz Cup preliminaries though will be held on the 5th, 7th, 9th, and 11th of October, and we assume that it will be played in best of 7 single round robin, and the top 4 of that will advance to the Blitz Cup for the EU server. That is from the 21st to the 22nd of November. And this is the schedule for you. We are starting off with round of 32, and here we will be seeing win against M1R, and after that the next round will happen in around 32 minutes and so on, because of the game, because I think it's just a bug or something like that, a slight non-game breaking bug, which the next games are postponed 2 minutes later after the 13-minute mark. So it kind of accumulates up to the finals, where it's held on at 10:08 in the summer European summer, in the Central European summertime. So it's quite weird, but it's not game breaking, so you don't have to worry about this glitch. But I think WoTB might be finding a way to fix that, and that actually might be that kind of imposed delay might be the fix to, back in around January and even last year December, there are no tournaments at all because there have been problems with that, and I think this is the fix they have done potentially. And this is the bracket for you. two talking points I've mentioned on my server. The first one, APA would not be facing any big four, in the certainly not one of the big four up till the quarterfinals. And for other clans, I mean, APA are fighting for a top 8 spot, and two other clans would be Souls and Vale, for which they will either face one another in the round of 8 or the quarterfinals, or they are going to face one of the big fours, which will be definitely Legion. And that puts APA in a really good draw actually. So APA, if they are able to make use of this draw, they can go a long way tonight, and that could propel them into the top 8. Meanwhile, LOCA versus Raid in round 16, that's pretty weird, but LOCA need to win against Raid, and otherwise they might be sliding further down the table, which is not what we want to see, because LOCA is one of the big four, and we already have two of the big fours facing one another in the round 16, and that happened to several Crucial Skill tournaments already in the final stage. While we also have Elnet and Fujit co-commentating together following Legion bracket. Originally, I was following Vale, but then you understand why WoTB didn't put me there. It's because if I were to stream Vale, then there will be 3 streamers streaming the same game, and then that won't make sense at all. So that means I won't be following. I won't be following Vale tonight, and possibly I will be following Vale on Sunday instead. Rip will be following Raid, and every good namesake is following EG or Endgame. I saw Endgame had a new logo on the server. I'm not sure if it's going to be the latest one. And here's the roster for you. Ollie from North is the captain of the team, and then we have Gabe from North, Kuma from North, Athlete from North, Lace from North, Rambo from North, someone from North, Killer from North, and then I have checked with the pronunciation of this is Panani from North. Still a 9-person team, but it doesn't matter for that, because if you have enough people, like if you have 7 already, then the 3 other people are just going to be the backup for the team, or maybe they will rotate players from time to time. Here's a pass from Win. Played a lot of matches, and on Sunday they managed to get into the finals of the final stage, where they lost to Legion 0-2. In their group, they won 2-1 against ASP and topped their group in the end. It wasn't an easy one, to be honest with you. Okay, yeah, they lost to Endgame 1-2 actually, so they actually finished 3rd, not the 1st on Sunday. But yesterday, they finished 3rd. They lost to they won against Mercy, the Star Parks team, 2-1, and they managed to get on top. So here's the table for you. Currently, Legion in the first place with 30,788 cups, Raid 29,614 cups, Immortals 29,600 cups, and then Win is in the 5th position with 29,288 cups. Contest for top 8. It will be between Souls, APA, and Vale. Souls have 27,722 cups, APA 27,690 cups, and Vale 27,519 cups. This is how you could get coins. Go to eu.wotbits.com, and at the same time, my moderators should put you the link directly to the portal. If they don't, then just follow the following steps. Go to eu.wotbits.com or wotbits.eu, and then log into your account. Click the tab Tournaments at the top of the screen. Scroll down, click Current tab under All Tournaments heading, and then click on the video button and you'll get coins. Very importantly, you won't get any coins if you watch it via YouTube, and that's what you will be seeing if you use, I mean, if you follow the way from the game, like if you click into the particular 3D skill tournaments and under the the tournaments tab and so on in the game, then there is a kind of a thumbnail that will direct you directly to the YouTube, not the portal. So make sure you're watching the video under the portal, and you will see actually Elnet's streaming alongside Fujit, because they're co-commentating, so both of their streams would be relatively identical. And here's my top 8 guesses so far. Legion, LOCA, Raid, Endgame, Veil, Souls, Wind, and Immortals, and might change this prediction to after Sunday potentially. And we're now on Castilla, so bring the map for you very soon. Castilla is a very tricky map. It could be a very dull map, I presume, because Castilla, all the clans will be trying to decap whoever is trying to go to the cap. So potentially, it will become very dull as time goes on, and you would see some hit points dropping here and there sporadically. So I can tell you how to decap the bases here, and if I can bring the map up for you, that would be really good. So far, not a lot of fees, and hopefully that will change very soon. So in order to decap A from this south side, usually, I mean, the south side can't go to A quickly enough before the north side is able to reach that. There are two spots, actually 3 spots that you might want to take. This spot is an aggressive one. Usually you might get shot while taking this spot in a force or something like that, and that could be done by the tanks crossing up onto the hill, but then you can reset A pretty easily. Alternatively, you can put a medium tank up on here to decap. There's 2 ways in going up there. One way, which is the harder way, just to go up like here, and then you can shoot A like that. Potentially potentially the quickest route. The second one is that you could go up like that, the shortcut there, and then you can decap A. It only works for very quick tanks though, so if you're not quick enough, then you have to take the real long way, going up the ramp like that, and then you have to cross over this kind of slight rising, and then you have to go down, and then you have to take this position. By the time you do so, the enemies might have capped A already. So you have to practice going up from here, and maybe even here as well. The third way to decap A is to put a heavy tank side scraping using these rocks here, but you have to be careful with your hull armor because they can be a little bit leaky at times, but you'll be able to reset A if you have tanks already sporting over to A. For B though, if you want to decap that, usually you take a position with the bush here. There's a bush here. It's very good for IS4s though. I saw clans doing it with Forge or the F405, but that's pretty old already. So usually it's going to be the IS4 or maybe the 215 you take that position. North side, you might want to take a T22 or a medium tank so you can side scrape to decap B, or you can reverse side scrape, which is more difficult, I presume, to decap B though. Sometimes clans might take the right surface circle, such that if you backward side scrape here, then you can't shoot the tank capturing here, but you can shoot from this position though. C is hard to decap though, so maybe you need to spot that tank over here. So if that tank spots capturing C with that bush, I think somewhere around here, then the TDs are able to put some really big shots into you. And this spot is also very important to absorb a potential rush over to this side. And that will buy time for that team on the north side to rotate. Yep. So this is all you need to know about Castilla. So lineups for you, I'll be announcing that after the timer ends. And as we head into the battle, then we will know what the lineup is. So we have Wind with double IS4s played by Lace from North and Panani from North. Ye from North playing the double E5 alongside Oli from North. Hello, Rory. Oh, you haven't slept yet. And then we have triple Vicky's Light played by Rambo from North, Killer from North, and Summer from North. That's really, really interesting, I presume. For M1R, we have Wizard and the 50B, the So 50B actually, Wargaming Loves B in the IS4 key to win, I think, is in the mouse, and we have Tombstone, Phenomenon, and also what the Tekkensis. And the triple E5s Kuman in the Vicky's Light, and we already saw that the E5s are barreling in straight into this ram to kind of spot up tanks, whether it's going to be somewhere, something like that, I don't know. But Killer from North spotted as well. Tekkensis is he able to put a shot? He's not aiming that side, but Killer from North able to telegraph the information to win side. But M1R with a lot more hit points. But Rambo from North barreling in straight early in the game. Would that be a good idea though? Because it's down to one shot potentially. That could backfire immensely though. But Kuman is now down to a one-shot. Rambo from North also down to a one-shot. Someone from North and the Rambo from North getting horrendously aggressive at the start. But Kuman is finally down, and when also with the hit point pool advantage, but Win has one tank of advantage. Win's trying to run away, and Gay from North is he going to land a big shell. He does land a big shell. But he took a hit from Phenomenon, and someone from North is going to land a shell into Wizard. But is Wizard getting stuck here? Oh man, is he stuck? No, he's trying to run away, but he got tagged horribly. And now Win finally got the hit on pool lead. But Killer from North is barreling in very aggressively. On the other side, we have Lace from North taking down Tekkensis. And Panani from North and Lace from North absorbing a 3-tank rush now. Previously, a 4-tank rush. Actually, Panani from North trying to stay safe. He's a one-shot. He doesn't want to get killed, but a really good crossfire to key to win. But that's not the tank you want to focus on. But on the other hand, Win is trying to shut down Venomon. And he dropped the reactive armor, but that doesn't make any difference though. He's down to Killer from North. And Lace from North is trying his best to stay alive as long as he could. It's dropping down, but he couldn't survive dropping down though. Now it's going to be 5 versus 3 hit points in favor of Win by a mile. And now Win is going to it's not going to ignore C, it's going to get past C, telegraphing the position, but that doesn't matter because Killer from North is spotted anyway. Oh, Killer from North taking 492. Oh, taking 411. Win needs to be careful not to drop unnecessary hit points here. Gay from North and Oli from North barreling in, but really good crossfire into Tombstone. Win is down. Gay from North coming from behind, and he puts a really good shot into Tombstone, and Tombstone is finished off. Last man standing, Wargaming Loves spots in the IS4. And Oli from North, I think, bounce onto Wargaming Loves spots. Nothing you could do about it, to be honest with you. Killer from North, down as a one-shot now. Wargaming Loves spots. It's going to die under the hands of Win tanks. Yes. Well, it's a pretty quick game actually, but Win managed to come out on top despite a very shaky push from the double Vicky's Light there. I was very worried that that will backfire immensely, but M1R couldn't shut down that Vicky's Light, going horrendously aggressive at the start. And now Win have the match point. It's going to be match point to Win. M1R, they're going for I assume it's going to be a similar lineup, but they dropped a mouse though. M1R going with quadruple E5s, played by Tekkensis, Wizard, Tombstone, and also Keedwin. Kuman in the Vicky's Light, Venomon in the 2-8, and we have Wargaming Loves spots in the IS4. Win. We have Ollie from North and Gabe from North in the double E5. Rambo from North in the Vickers Light alongside Summer from North. Killer from North in the T22. And then we have Lays from North and Panani from North in the double IS4. And I'm the only one spectating this match. We only have 30 seconds remaining, and we will know very soon how it's going to go on Castilla win against Emunal. Match point to win. It was a pretty quick game nonetheless. We're going to expect another quick game, I presume. Unless Emunal could take it to the tiebreaker. But we will see how Win is going to dispatch Emunal. But the aggressiveness, I'm always worried about the aggressiveness. But usually it doesn't work against them. There we go. Please tell me in the stream if there are any problems with the stream quality or something like that, because I changed some of my settings and hopefully it will fix the buffering issues raised by some of the audience. We're going to see Win this time on the south side, M1R on the north side, and Win this time. Panani from North, the only ice we're going to see, while M1R, most of the forces are heading to A, and the double E5's Wizard and Tombstone there to kind of absorb a potential push to C. Gay from North, and also Oli from North crossing down the river up to the Citadel here, and now Rambo from North spotted up a lot of tanks here. The double E5s and the Wargaming Love spots, and also Kuman and Winal. 4 tanks, 5 tanks spotted. Winston spotted as well. I presume it's from Panani from North. Someone from North is also spotted. Wargaming Love spots. Received the shell in, but Panani from North received the shell from Phenomen. Win playing very unusually defensively here, but Panani from North already bearing in. That was very aggressive move. A killer from North already there, maybe to support Panani, but Panani trying to rush in, but the WE5's falling back. Panani from North may be isolated, but we saw now Win pushing the line very aggressively, and now potentially Kuman might be isolated here. The Oli from North and Gabe from North are rushing down, and Kuman is possibly in loads of trouble, but Oli from North received a lot of hits while trying to attack Kuman. And Kuman is finally down in the hands of Lays from North. Win barreling in very, very aggressively, but they still don't have a hit point pool lead. They want to focus on down tank, and they're going for tech-inses. Really good focus fire there. Gabe from North down to 1 shot, and Killer from North focusing Keedwin instead. Lays from North is going to kill off tech-inses. Yes, he kills tech-inses. Keedwin is the next focus for Win. Hit point is still okay, now in favor of Win by some distance, and Keedwin can't do much about that. Is he on the ammo rack? Because his reload time is unusually slow, and now it's going to be 6 versus 3. That's a really quick game from Win, and only from North down to 1 shot. Rambo from North to get back hits, a double tag by both Wizard and Tombstone. Wizard dropping the speed boost here, but the Win's angry forces are going down to finish off Wizard potentially. Rambo from North going for Tombstone instead. Tombstone dropped the reactive armor, but Killer from North is going for Tombstone actually. But he received a shot from Wizard. Actually, the hit points are unusually neck and neck. But Win has 3 tanks at hand now, 3 more tanks on the battlefield. Last man standing, Wargaming Love spots. It's going to be another win for Win. And it's going to be a win for Win. Only from North killed Wargaming Love spots, and this game goes to Win. And look at the damage here, very equally spread. The 1st and the 6th placing teammates only differs by around 300, maybe 400, 300 to 400 damage. Penalty from North only did 1.3k, but that doesn't matter because look at the damage spread across the wind forces, very equally spread, and that's what you want to see. And you saw that the three mediums and lights did the most damage, while everyone else couldn't do much. Vicky's light Cumin could only do 793 damage, unfortunately. So a really strong start for win. And let's see if there are any more results happening on the other side, on other. Okay, Red Sea 2-0 against Winter War. That's it, I would say. We still haven't got results for 3 against Lux Noven, and also Phoenix against second team of Immortals. Oh, we got a lot more viewers. That's really good. 16. I love to see that. Thank you very much. So in the game. Ah, friend request from one of the M1N members. So we still have a lot of time left. We're going to use the time to cook some extremely tasty mushroom stew, and I definitely think you will like that. So while I'm making this stew, I'm going to analyze some games for you guys. It's going to be win against Legion. And I mean, you know the result already, but doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Let's just head straight into it, shall we? Someone has not someone from North, it's someone has suggested me to do an instant analysis right after the games. I have to check whether it's possible. Hopefully it's possible. So that I won't break my stream, presumably. But other than that, let's analyze. Before I do that, I need to update the leaderboard, so on. Um, Okay, so it's going to be two new. Okay. So that's going to change, that's going to update my bracket. Yeah, it did update the bracket correctly. So that's really good. So let's actually jump into the analysis, shall we? Against Legion.
Right.
Oh. Oh my goodness me, I pressed the wrong button. Let's try again. Okay, it didn't change the scene. That's really good.
Let's hit up high and see what's going to happen. Legion going mostly to C. Wynn's doing the same as well. Ram of the North is able to spot up. He spotted up Thomas.
This is a really good spot to go. In light tank, you'll be able to spot up tanks crossing into seaside down this route. I'm going to draw you the route that you might able to spot. In where Remington North is at the moment, you probably could spot up tanks going to these kind of lanes though. So he spotted up Thomas, so obviously it's a good thing. They have another Vickers light, so that Vickers light is obviously going to the bush in next to B, and that's a really popular bush though. You have to play really carefully because enemies could try to blind fire that bush, and you don't want to stay there for too long. And let's continue.
Just only Thomas, and that's not enough information for Wynn to operate with. Is he going to spot up Eggy?
No.
Eggy's trying to play safe here. While Whoopsie spotted. Athlete from North.
Oh,
Not really. Redico's trying to blind.
Stop. You saw Redico's trying to blind fire that bush. So athlete from North, not athlete from North, it's athlete from North is going to be really careful in that position. And he did really well not to get a shot from Redicoso. But Redicoso is spotted, so it's a really good information there. And IS4, at that position, I am doubtful whether it's going to be a good idea, just because IS4 is not an accurate tank to reset me and something like that. You would definitely want a more accurate tank in that position, but IS4 has a good armor, so it definitely absorbs some damage and so on. But if you want to reset B, it might not be the best choice, but we'll see if it's going to work for them.
Fire, but F North needs to be really careful not to get another shot from Radicoso. Is Radicoso trying to blind fire again? He's trying to blind fire again, hit nothing. Gate from North in that bush trying to high North hull down. Athlete from North, he needs to be really careful here. Hopefully he doesn't get blind fire. No blind fire going on. But Win will have to see. Killer from North.
Aggie got a little bit careless here. Potentially, I think actually this is I think the south side has an advantage over the north because you can just kind of shoot tanks here. We saw it with Yori in the E5 against the lost control forces there. You have these kind of obstacles to shield you from getting shots, and you also have this as well. On the other hand, this is not really safe. So this is not really safe. So we're going to see what's going to happen for Win or Legion.
Spotted, but the Legion not able to put shots in, with this time not dropping any unnecessary hit points, and that's good to see. Average for North spotting both WoTB and Redicoso puts a good shell into WoTB, but Redicoso spotted. I think he is going to look at Athlete's position there. And Redicoso is going down to get B potentially. Is he going to spot up Redicoso? He's not spotting up Redicoso. He spotted up Redicoso. Is he going to put a good shell? No, he misses onto Redicoso.
Don't blame Athlete for North. He's playing really carefully. He doesn't want to get a big shot in because you know Athlete from North only has 1,802 hit points there. If he receives a big shot from Redicoso, he's down to what 1.4k, and that would be really low. For him actually, Rebel from North already coming in to kind of decapitate WoTB, and I think it's a really good idea. It's a gamble here, but Rebel from North is not getting shot by any tanks over to this side. Will Legion make a move to C though? We'll see. Because potentially, if you look at the map in the bottom left hand corner, they have more tanks there, while Win they don't.
Win. Are they going to make a rotation? Rambo from North trying to get WoTB. WoTB trying to run away. A good HE shell into WoTB, but Rambo from North sticks a shell on that as well. But WoTB could not. Rambo from North splashes onto WoTB. Rambo from North in loads of trouble. He needs to run away. Killer from North maybe wants to go in front of.
I think we're going to see a trouble here. You didn't see a heel on the screen, but look at this tank. Pretty isolated. So what that means is that Legion tanks can just counter rotate over here, potentially kill off that tank, potentially, and go for that heavy tank. So I think it's a heavy tank over the other side. That heavy tank there is potentially useless because he's so far away from rest of the Win's teams, potentially.
Rambo from North so that he won't get shot by Object 3. And Object 3 tries to shoot Rambo from North, got thwarted by Killer from North, and I bit my tongue. And Aggie came in to support Object 3.
And this is a really messy thing here. Killer from
Oh.
North bounces onto Object 3. That's not good to see. Rambo from North misses onto Object 3. Object 3 needs to die as soon as possible before Legion's able to put some meaningful shots in. Every from North came in. They are going to shut down Eggy potentially. Someone from North very isolated. He needs to kill at least one tank. Radicoso would be really important kill for someone from North. Thomas kills someone from North, but Radicoso down to one shot. It's going to be 5 versus 5. Legion with a hip at the moment. Legion with a hip and pool lead, but their forces are pretty separated. I would say like Killer from North can stay there to deal with Third. Rem from North and Athlete from North potentially can go around, maybe go around to here. Should be the hopefully we'll get the right color. It's still very close to call, to be honest with you. I don't know what happened down there. Like, don't know what happened here for these tanks. But what I would suggest is that Rem for North and Afri for North just go around and go for that side, kill off these heavies and lights and mediums, and maybe that will help. Gate from North maybe try and use this obstacle and the barrier to kind of shield himself. But Thomas might be also looking for Gate from, so he sees really in all sorts of horrible trouble. Kuma from North, originally at the far back, he came in at a very good time, I think. He's still really healthy, so he can make use of his set points, just keep on going in, like maybe even just go straight into Thomas. Third, I think can be dealt with by Killer from North and Gate from North, so I don't think it will be a big problem for Win here, but we'll see. And also, Win has 2 caps. That's not to say. Hip point pull it here at the moment. Kuma from North very healthy at the moment. And as if North trying to go in, maybe trying to shut down Radicoso here. And Thomas getting shut down potentially. Kuma from North, 1 versus 1 against Vanessa Kate or Vanocoin here. And still very close to call, hit points neck and neck. Win has the cap points here. Aggie wants to shut down. Vanessa Kate is down. Thomas is going in for Kuma here. At this point, though, I think Win needs to make a move kind of to shut down tanks over here. Something like that. There are loads of one-shots. Redicosa one-shot, Aggie one-shot, Zerda one-shot, but equally, a lot of the Win's tanks are also one-shot as well, apart from Athlete from North. But we will see. Yeah. And Kuma needs to bounce at least one shot, but almost that high roll almost kills Kuma from North. Rambo from North is dead. 3 versus 4. Very low hit point tanks. Athlete from North kills Aggie. And this is so close. I don't know what's going to happen, but all are one shots apart from Thomas. Win. Are they able to make something out of this? Now Thomas is going to cap C as well, but Zerd is ready for it. Athlete from North spotted, but now he's going to cap A instead. Now both B and C are captured by Legion. Oh, but he got shut down by Redicoso. Right, so I think in the end, probably the win, the kind of the inability to shut down that object 3 quickly enough. Those 2 crucial misses and bounce, I think, made a lot of difference. Have made a lot of difference. And Kuma from North maybe could have even come in slightly earlier though. I think it was Panani from North in the eyes were very aggressive in that position, horrendously isolated, allowing Legion to kind of rotate backwards and then just kill him off. Right, so in the end, Win lost the first one, but very close indeed. It wasn't that they have made some major mistakes. I don't think so, but yeah, it's all about whether you could put all your shells into the enemies, and Legion definitely put more shells into the enemies and bounced and missed way fewer shots. So let's actually go back to this thing here. I mean, look at the matches of other games. Phoenix 2-1 against Immortals. If I could mark that down as well, that would be really good. And they will face APA. So this will be a Polish derby, and we will see actually whether Phoenix is able to
win against APA, but both of them are brother clans, so potentially, well, let's hope that it's not going to happen, but will Phoenix put a dent into APA's campaign? We will see. Ratty will be facing the second team of Mercy. Part of it is from Lost Control. Some of it, I think, Nico, is it? From TRA previously, I forgot. But some of them, like KMS and also DDS, are from Lost Control and in the Mercy's team. LXN won against 3-0, and they will face Souls here. Is Lux Nova back in the running? But Souls would need to win against them, lest they got knocked out of the top 8. Because if Win won against, if Vale won against Legion here, what's going to happen is that if I can give you the here, if that happened, I'm going to update this leaderboard for you. In the case of Vale winning and Souls getting knocked out, Vale would overtake Souls, so Souls must win against Lux Novum in order to remain in the top 8. And if they lost against Lux Novum, they need to hope that Vale would lose against Legion. And Legion currently at the first spot, so a lot of things could still happen though. But Vale famously beats Legion's 4-2 if you remember back in the Blitz Summer tournaments, but that's 2 months ago, so that a lot of things changed, and the Vale's roster especially changed immensely over the course of 2 months. And I got a paint. How is my tongue doing? Great. So we still have some time. Do we have some time? No, we don't have a lot of time left. So it's 2-0 for a win. I just forgot to update that. Yes, you can see the change. Yes, but then I will change it back to 0-0. So nothing's going to be changing actually. Do we have a room up soon? Oh yeah, we got a room. It's a game freezing. Oh man, oh man. Please don't freeze. Oh my god. Is my game freezing? Nah, man, no. No. Please. Stop it. Get out of the freezing mode, or should I restart the game? Oh man. Oh man, let me restart the game. Right, so sorry, I have to restart the game. The game froze. Good thing is I got a lot of viewers. Okay, there are lots of viewers watching this analysis, so that's good. We have at the peak 23 viewers, so thank you for the audience. Really appreciate that. And let's see if I could get the game back up. Bit my tongue. My tongue is fine, thank you, Robly, for asking after. Oh god, I clicked the wrong button, not this one, please. It should be this one. Yeah, I'm finally in. What? Castilla again? What? We have Saar Park against Win here, Mercy's first team, arguably. So we have Red Machine E5 alongside Black Overlord, and also I Can Come Back Anytime and Mod Robot. Dr. Bleed in the T2A. Is it a Russian name or is it not? Kuhiliu. I suppose that's how you pronounce it. Kuhiliu is in the Vegas Light and Danny is in the T8. So Win, we're waiting for that. But we're going back with Castilla, so I'm going to actually just skim over what's going to happen on Castilla. It's the same map as the round of 32. That's really strange. I hope Mercy didn't look how Win won against M1 now, but Win we're going to see here. This is the map we want to see. A lot of clans will be looking to stop the enemies from capturing all 3 bases. So usually the games will turn out to be really dull. Rotations can be quite difficult and tricky though, because you have just because this is a pretty big map, and you have the lengths that the possible lengths to rush pretty far apart from one another. You can't rush through here honestly. Well, how could you do that? Because you will get spotted early on from here, and you will get smacked by a lot of TDs. Not even here as well. So usually these lanes are the lanes that you might look to rush. And this will be difficult, but because usually, if you get spotted, you'll be somewhat exposed. Like apart from this and these 2 flanks, you might see, however, some medium staying near the citadel, trying to just get crossfire into it. But you can't stay there for too long. So if your team is under lots of trouble, you probably want to come in quickly to support, to kind of absorb some of the shots to hit point push here. Otherwise, that tank at the back would just be a little bit useless in the end. So that's all that you need to know about Castilla. So let's get even more views. That would be really good. Now we're on the Castilla. Nothing been changed for Mercy's side. Wins going for triple Vicky's Light and wins on the south side, by the way. Wow, that's a very mobile lineup. They're going with triple Vicky's Light played by Athlete from North, Rammer from North, and Kubi from North. Killer from North in the T22, Gabe from North in the E5 alongside someone from North. Panani from North is in the IS4. Killer from North potentially changing from the T22. Yes, he changed from the T22 to the IS4. So they're not going for 4 mediums or lights, otherwise that's a very mobile setup, and potentially they don't have a lot of hit points, and that could mean Mercy has a lot more hit points though. T62A is a weird choice though. I don't see it often in Clan Wars, but the reason I really love T62A is that it can hold down really nicely, and that 7 degrees of depression is really good. Also, it has one of the most accurate guns in the game as a medium, so T62A, although it's a weird choice, I do really love and enjoy this tank, and it could be the alternative to the T22, because T22 obviously is a collector. And Mercy with quadruple E5, so let's see how they're going to deal with them. Kuhilu. Let's call him Kuhilu for that Vicky's Light. Zara Park. It's a team that that if you follow my streams, it's one of the finalists, and in the end they won the entire Summer 3 tournament. I feel correctly the name exactly. But now the double Vicky's Light are going up to A to reset them, and Gabe from North going up to cross the river potentially. But Killer from North is spotted already. Oh, he needs to be really careful. But there is, wow. Mercy going in immediately to rush, and Kuhi Liu already going for Panani from North. And this is a very weird situation, because this is possibly one of the few times that Win is not the one rushing, but the one defending. But already Mercy rushing immediately to for Panani from North. He might be in loads of trouble. Someone from North, Cuban from North, and Gabe from North, maybe going in support. This is kind of the repeat of Mercy or 7-star against EG. And right now, Win does not have hit point pool lead, and they are in loads of trouble. Those double ice force might be going down very early. Red Machine trying to brawl with Athlete from North. And Killer from North is the first tank down. Panani from North might be the next one down when they have less than 2k of hit point of deficit. And this, they have lost 2 tanks already. Gabe from North might be the next tank down. Danny getting tracked. Someone from North coming in to kind of shield Gabe from North, but he didn't really shield Gabe from North. He actually died. Gabe from North died, and it's going to be 6 versus 3. Athlete from North is dead as well. Someone from North getting pincered by these 4 tanks here. And now it's going to be double Vicky's Light, and they really need to kill one tank at least. Someone from North killed by Mod Robot. Kuma from North trying to shut down Dr. Bleed. Oh, he missed that shot. He needs to put that shot in. Kuma from North going. Oh, puts a really good HE shell into Dr. Bleed. And the Dr. Bleed down to a one shot. Received a big HE shell, but Rambo from North is also in some sort of trouble as well. Rambo from North needs to run away, potentially. He's in loads of trouble. And it really relies on these double, Rambo from North to survive. He couldn't survive, I would say. Rambo from North with a really good shell to Rat Machine, but Rat Machine is going to finish it. It's going to peck him off. Last man standing for Kuma from North. He's spotted as well. And Mercy, the win, forces have no response to that push from Mercy at all, totally. Kuma from North trying to do something against Black Overlord, and that means Park will have the first game ahead, potentially. Puts a good shell into Black Overlord, but Kuma from North is down to a one shot. Potentially, and he got finished off by Q-Healu. First game to Zara Park instead. This is a very interesting call from Zara Park, because usually that push down to C, usually a lot of clans have done something to address that issue, but obviously not win. And this is one of the few games where the win actually was not the aggressor, however the defender instead. And obviously maybe that's how you win against win, is to be more aggressive than them. And now Mercy switching to Red Machine, the Hori, Black Overlord in the E5 alongside I Can Come Back Anytime, Mod Robot also in the E5, Kuhilu back in the Vicky slide potentially, Dr. Bleed in the T62A, and Danny the IS4 win, going back with triple Vicky slide played by Athlete from North, Rambo from North, and Kuma from North. Game from North in the E5 alongside 7 from North, and then we have double IS4 played by Killer from North and Panani from North. Well, this is a match point to Mercy, and Win does not want to drop that, because this is a very important match for them. They still need to play really hard to secure a place in top 8, and Mercy, it might be the first time for them to advance to this quarterfinals for the first time. And they're still in the 10th place, but they're some points behind. There's a lot of cups behind from the 8th spots. And Mercy would really want to make use of this opportunity to go through to the next round. "20 seconds remaining potentially. And we're going to see Mercy versus Win. Okay, time to someone's oh. Oof, some people not trying to forgot to activate the poll again. Someone's saying something in Russian. Oh, is it a fan of Zara Park's team? Okay, Zara Park. I think we got a fan for you guys. Zara Park's fans are definitely watching them on the stream. Kuhilu in Vecchio's line. Is Mercy going for Iron Fist onto C this time, while Athlete from North might be spotting all of them at the start, while they all going for A instead? And there we go. Athlete from North spotted everyone going to C. He needs to run away. Is he going to run away safely though? They're also capturing B at the same time. Win does not have a cap lead this time, and he received a miss from someone, potentially from Danny. That's why he's reloading at the moment. Kuhilu sees a big shot. Oh my goodness me! Oh my goodness me! That reminds me of Angie. I presume, and that's I think. Kunavin, is it? Just took a really big hit trying to cap B, and now Kuhilu is down to 454 hit points. That's not really good for Mercy at all. But Win has the advantage in the hit points, but they don't have any caps at the moment. Do they want to cap a base though? Because that would actually be a good idea to kind of play safe. If they don't have cap lead, then if they want to kind of finish off everything, then you might want to have a cap just to be secure and safe. Killer from North took some hits though. Danny took a hit as well. Black Overlord took a hit as well. Mercy are dropping some hit points left, right, and center potentially. Panani from North, he's trying to play really safely here, but Black Overlord's trying to peek out. Panani from North is able to do something, but he needs to be careful with the Red Machine. That Hori though receives a shot from Red Machine. He couldn't penetrate Red Machine. Panani from North took double tap, and now without a hit point pool advantage, are we going to see a rotation over to Mott Robot here? Athlete from North trying to go past and try and use that bush to kind of get some overview. Mod Robots showing the side armor to Athlete from North. Oh, he got a really big tap, 1000 hit points, and Zarpa dropping a lot of hit points while doing so. Wind's aggressiveness are coming into play, but Panani from North is also dead, and Killer from North is going to get tagged by the by the Mercy's forces. Wind, someone from North needs to go in as soon as possible. Killer from North, not long for this world, and now Zarpa with a lot of hit point pool advantage, no, the cap advantage. Win needs to kill off all the tanks as soon as possible before Zarpark's able to get more than 1000 cap points, as Win does not have the hit point pool advantage at the moment though. Gay from North dropped the reactive armor and still very close to core. Someone from North down, it's a one shot. However, now Zarpark with 896 cap points. Athlete from North coming from the backside of I Can Combat Anytime. Oh, could only manage to splash into I Can Combat Anytime. But Athlete from North is getting pincered now. Now I don't know if Win is going to get this match. And the other game goes to Mercy. Oh man, Mercy finally. Oh man, Mercy. First time in their history. With Zarpark's team, they're through to the next round, 2-0 against Win. Oh my goodness me, this is a big upset here. You're seeing right now, Win are out officially in the round of 16, and how would that impact the table? We will see. But Mercy, tonight might be their night to get further into the table. Oh man, I didn't expect that at all. Jesus me, wow, that's really unexpected. Win are out of this officially. Well, I'm still pretty speechless about that. I wasn't expecting Win to actually losing 2 games without winning 1 on Castilla. It's just really weird, in my opinion. I think everything just goes so wrong for them in the I think in the middle there. Okay, so we'll have Kuma from North from Win's side in the interview. So we're going to be joined by Kuma from North, and Win are already out for tonight. So while we're waiting, let's kind of show you results of other clans and teams. Endgame 2-0 against Dragoness, and Mercy Zarpark's team will be facing Endgame. APA 2-0 against Phoenix, and they'll be facing Immortals, who beat ASP 2-0. And let's update the table for you guys. Right now, Win in the 5th position with 29,394 cups, and Mercy climbing up the table potentially. Now with 26,598 cups, but they are still like 1,000 cups behind the 8th place team. Meanwhile, okay, so it has been an upset. Mercy finally winning one of the top 10 teams, and they still have a long way to go. Yeah, I mean, like I was saying, very strange that Win hasn't taken A yet. Totally. We're going to see the interviewer soon. Woof. Let's kind of refresh this a bit and see if other games so far. Right, Legion 2-0 against Vale, and Vale would be out of top 8 for tonight as well. They are still outside of top 8. Their draw hasn't been good for them though, but Vale are very hang on in the balance, and now APA are through to the next round. If Souls are through to the next round, that could draw even bigger distance of the 8th placing team to the 9th placing team. Yeah, Win don't do caps. That's true. It doesn't look good for Win at all. That's true. I think particularly with the middle side, they just kind of fell apart very quickly. Yeah, they kind of like tried to kind of pull it back all together, but they didn't even get a cap in the 8th side, and I think that was they tried something really risky, and it didn't pay off for them. However, well, while we are waiting, but I hope you guys will stay on because my streams still go on. Oh my god, I haven't changed this yet. Is it showing? Oh, there we go. Once again, I haven't shown it up here again. Let's reload this website and we will see anything up. Okay, the second team of Mercy has beaten Red T 2-0, and they are through to the next round. LOCA still playing against Raid. Lux Novum 2-1 against Souls. So Vale might have a lifeline here because Lux Novum have beaten Souls, and there's still loads to play for. It's going to be about whether Souls and Vale will be contesting for the top 8 now. APA drawing bigger distance away. This could be really tense in the end. Oh my goodness me, this is going to be really, really tense. Good job to Mercy that the Zarparks team played really well, and we'll see. So the table is as follows. Now Immortals are up to the second place with 29,858 cups. EG, we still waiting for EGs. No, they're finished. Apparently, I have updated that. Did I grant Immortals a lot of cups? No, I don't know what happened there. Yeah, we're waiting on raid, obviously. But I don't think Kuma is going to be here. Oh no, he didn't respond to my ping. So while we are waiting, let's go into brief you again. Tonight, Vale are out of this already. Oh, we see a big drop in the viewership. Oh, 13 concurrent viewers now, and that's not. Stay. When just a brief review, a brief refresher on what Proof of Skill is. All games are played in the best of 3. The tournaments run in groups of single elimination knockout stage with a 3rd place match per group. The tournament seeded via the average win rate of members in the team, and at the end of the tournament, a certain number of cups are given to the clan that the team is registered for. The number of cups determine the leaderboard position. The top 8 of the leaderboard advance to the next stage of the Blitz Cup preliminaries. One previous skill tournament spread out across 2 consecutive days. The first day, we have at most 16 teams in one group, and the top 4 of each group will advance to the games held on the second day. And we are streaming on the second day, where there are at most 32 teams in one group, and 20 teams are in for tonight's second day. All games are played in supremacy mode. We've so far handed out 419 cups, and we're going to hand out 677 cups later on. Tonight, the team winning the first will earn 2011 cups. This is the system I will use after the stream. For the timeline, we are on the 5th match day of the previous skill tournaments, and there are 3 more match days to go. In the Blitz Cup preliminaries, there are 4 match days. The details of that will be provided soon, I suppose. 5th, 7th, 9th, 11th, that will be the dates for the Blitz Cup preliminaries. And it possibly will be a single round robin best of 7. Blitz Cup for the EU7 will be held on the 21st to the 22nd of November. The schedule for you is as follows. We are going to stream the quarterfinals in around 13 minutes. I think I'm still the only one. This is the bracket for you. We are still waiting on the results of LOCA against Raid, but APA have beaten Phoenix 2-0. Immortals first team beat ASP 2-0. Mercy's second team beat Red T 2-0, and they will face either LOCA or Raid. We're still waiting on that result. Aaron says, "Hoi." Hi there as well, but that's a lot of caps. Mercy first team 2-0 against Win, and that's a main upset here. Endgame 2-0 against Kraken Esports. So's first team 1-2 against Lux Novum. That's another upset here. And Vale, they have a lifeline here. Although they lost to Legion 0-2, they still have loads to pay for. And it's still not over yet for Legion. No, for Vale. It's over for Legion already. They apparently have been in the have secured spots in the top 8 potentially. Vale losing to Legion. I think they've played their hearts out, but they're just not that strong enough to be contesting against the likes of Legion so far. But it's not the end of the world. 3 more match days. So's losing out to Lux Novum here. Top 16. I mean, top 8 is still in the balance. There's still loads to play for. Definitely. I mean, 3 more match days. Anything can still happen. Especially when these 2 teams are have only around like 200 cups difference. So a slight change would change the landscape entirely. And this is the leaderboard for you. Yeah, So's and Vale are just about 203 cups of difference. APA drawing distance away from the 8th spot, now climbing up to the 7th place with 27,948 cups. Legion currently with 31,046 cups. We're still waiting the result of Raid and LOCA, so we're going to know very soon if Raid will climb back up to the 2nd place. This is how you could get coins. just follow the instructions. My moderators will put the link directly into the chat. For the lazy people, would just click on that link and just follow some of the steps here, and you will get your coins. If you're watching on YouTube, then you will not get coins at all. I don't think Humor is going to join my interview. I don't know, maybe they're having a big debrief. I think it's a very disappointing day for them. Okay, we have results already. LOCA lost raid 0-2. Oh man, LOCA. They are also hanging on the thread here. I think they are really hanging on the thread here. They don't have a lot to play for. I mean they might be caught up potentially by APA Souls and Veil. They might be dragged down to the top 8 battle. Win. I think they can be safe for tonight in the 5th position, and it does turn out to be not the most eventful night so far in the top 8. Now we also have two teams outside of top 8, not outside of top 8 in the quarterfinals already. Lux Novum just being the kind of the killjoy here, knocking out Souls in the process. And will they knock out Legion? We will see very soon. So that means I will play a game for you guys. Here is my top 8 predictions still. Legion, LOCA, Raid, Endgame, Veil, Souls, Win, and Immortals. And on Sunday, that would change maybe. So I'll play one game then. LOCA lost 0-2 against Raid. Let me update that result as well. So it has been really long games for Raid. I mean, 2-0 and not even a tiebreaker. So that means I think both teams have played longer, played like the entirety of the match. Castilla can be like that though. Still have like around 7 minutes to go. I can't play a match, I think. So I'll be waiting for the room to be up then. Thank you, Stan, for putting that link here. We're down. Viewership is down. Let's kind of pull it back up, shall we? Like, let's go back to 24. Yeah, winner out, but not the excitement. Okay. It's going to be It's going to be Mercy against Endgame. I'm sorry. Right, I think the room's up. No, the room's not up yet. Let me deal with the poo. There we go. Mercy against AG. Mercy. Would they be able to make an upset here? Let's see. Zarpak. Oh, let's actually change something here before I continue. Right. do I have that? Okay, the room should be up. I could see that, but first of all, I'll get. Oh, I don't have that. I'll get the end game then. End game should be here. There we go. I'll change derivatives. Oh, I like derivatives. That's good. I'll accept the invite. Okay, Mercy has ready up. Hello, Inman. Oh, there we go. I've changed. There we go. We are on Descents. Let me find Descents. Where are you, Descents? Yeah, there we go. Descents is a map that usually the cap pressure is not very important. Because if you play for B and C, the problem is that it's very hard to defend, and getting B is hard as well. And enemies just have to work with 3 main lanes and just can push you off, coordinate well with that rotation, and you're done. Because it's hard. Like those kind of beatings are just placed in a way that seems to be concealed, but it's not in the end. You see a lot of raw situations happening over to A, and you have a lot more back control that way, because if the enemies need to rotate to A, you will get spotter crossing into the rails or even down here, and if you cross down here, you might get trapped by 2 tanks working over these positions. So inherently, it's better to kind of go to A, and a lot of clients would do that. So let's get the map off. Right, we have endgame with Nicolade and Vicky's Light, Mackin in the E5 alongside Ice Cream Chilling. I suppose that's Chocolate, or is it last? And then we also have another Ice Cream Chilling in the T22. I have to check though, which one is which. It's not that hard. I think derivatives is one of the easiest topics in the calculus. Wait until you do integrals. They are probably going to be extremely tough. So this should be Chocolate. The E5 should be played by Chocolate. Yeah, the E5 is played by Chocolate. This T22 should be played by Last. Yeah, it should be played by Last. Or Last is AFK. So yes, Joshua Kimmich, which is, let me check. Joshua Kimmich should be Legalate previously. Yep, so Legalate is playing in E5 as well. Orca on the subs bench. On the other side, every name's taken streaming. Mercy. Mercy with Red Machine in the E5, or they're taking quintuple E5s. No, 6 tuple E5s. With Red Machine, Black Overlord, Dr. Bleed. I can come back anytime. Mod Robots and Danny. Kuhi Liu in the Vegas Light. We are following EG's bracket and so on. Yep. So there are only 20 seconds remaining on the clock. There we go. Let's get the transition up. Mercy beating Win in the last fixture. Will they do the same for endgame? Endgame are known for their defensiveness, but Mercy have been very aggressive so far. The endgame with those E5s are coming into the desert area. Nicolade will be responsible in spotting out all those E5s, and yes, they did spot up the E5s, and oh man, Red Machine took 760 while crossing. Those E5s crossing got spotted, and also got focused by the endgame's forces, and Kuhi Lu maybe going for A at the start, and Nicolay spotted up Kuhi Lu. And yes, this is definitely a brawl in the desert. And now the endgame's forces are barreling in. And Danny actually going in, oh man, those quintuple E5s are actually rushing those E5s, oh my god, it's going to be whoever has better focus fire. Danny taking 1.6k of hit points of damage though. Backen got tracked. And is Backen able to kill off Danny? No, he misses or bounces, but Winchell is the first tank down. Hit points in favor of Engin at the moment. They need to finish off a tank. Danny's down. Dr. Bleed might be next tank they are going for. Nicolay trying to borrow the Kuhilu. Dr. Bleed is down. Joshua Kimmich is low. And he's probably the target that Mercy's going for. Oh, but Robot bounces onto Joshua Kimmich, and Joshua Kimmich is down. Nicholas is also down. The Vicky's light for the Mercy's team is alive, and Lars is AFK in the T20. A bit awkward in the positioning he's taken, but it's going to be 3 versus 4. Backen tracked Rat Machine or something else, but Ice Cream Chilling Chocolate is going to kill off Rat Machine. Black Overlord is getting tracked. That focus fire from Endgame is brilliant, and Mercy just bounced more shells while Endgame is just more effective in overall. And I can come back anytime dropping the reactive armor. Will that make any difference? I don't think so. And first game goes to Endgame. My goodness me, that's a really quick game for Endgame. Second game. Mercy. Are they sticking with 6-2 E5s? Hello, Fukin Steve, how are you? I do think Endgame will crush. Yeah, I think Endgame is just simply better than Mercy. Win is like unpredictable aggressiveness. Mercy is like predictable aggressiveness. If you see what I mean. But Orca going with M48 pattern, a very interesting choice here. I see really going for M48 pattern. No, he's going to T20 medium. Back in dropping into the subs bench or Baron previously. The LOCA. The Baron you're seeing in the RTK is not the real Baron. It's actually Blitz Gamer from Varret previously. Okay, actually Orca's doing E5 instead. Nicolate back in Vegas Light, but we're seeing double T22 played by Ice Cream Chilling, which is last is AFK and also Carolade. Or is it not? I have to double check. Yeah, that's Chocolate in the E5 and last is AFK in the T22. What new name do I have? Fukin Steve, tell me. Hello Skins, how are you doing? You can't. Oh, I think I got a new name incentive server potentially. We only have 5 seconds remaining on the clock. What's that name? Well, that's not nice. Well, endgame with over 1k of hit point disadvantage, and which means they're in some sort of trouble. While endgame now actually going all in, sticking close to the red line, not getting spotted though. But on the other hand, Kuhilu's not spotting those E5s again. Mercy crossing through the bridge, but this time they dropped way fewer hit points though. Nicolay, the responsible person to spot up the tanks crossing over the rails. And Nicolay, is he going for a cap or is he not? But he knows that a lot of Mercy tanks are going for A. Oh, but someone is capturing C. Kuhili is going for C. Oh, we see more hit points dropped for for Mercy, not Endgame. The Ice Cream Chilling and also Kerlade are very, very passive at the back. Orca crossing through the dunes, he didn't get punished though. He's lucky that he didn't get punished though. He could have gone very horribly wrong for Orca. Nicolay captured A as well, but Mercy with the cap lead this time. Kuhilu, oh, he's getting rushed by Ice Cream Chilling, and Kerlade potentially. And now Endgame. Are they going to make a rotation on the other side? Kuhilu is getting pincered by these two double T20s. Good idea from Endgame here. And he's dead, finally. And Mercy, on the other hand, are rushing in those E5s. And it's going to be 6 versus 5. They need the focus fire. Those E5s are trying to pull back. And they drop the reactive armor while doing so. Red Machine, the first tank to go into Orca's force. Orca, Ice Cream Chilling, and Joshua Kimmich. Oh, and a really big shell into Red Machine. And Orca's trying to run away, but he might not be long for this world. Dr. Bleed is down. Ice Cream Chilling is coming in support, but Orca's down as well. Endgame with a lot of hit point pool advantage though. I can come back anytime might be the focus for Endgame. Joshua Kimmich is very, very low, and he's down. It's going to be 5 versus 5, but Endgame with a lot more hit point advantage, and Red Machine is down to Kerlade. The Black Overlord, I mean, everything's so messy right now. And Kerlade, which tank is he going to go for? He's turning his turret around. He's going for Black Overlord. Black Overlord, will he take an HE shell from Kerlade? And that is actually the case. Ice Cream Chilling and Kerlade going to shut down Mort Robot, and he got shut down. Kerlade finished off Mort Robot. Rangeley got shut down, but Ice Cream Chilling, is he going for I can come back anytime? No, he's going for Danny instead. It's going to be I can come back anytime, killed by Ice Cream Chilling, aka Chocolate, and Danny is down to Nicolade. What's a dominant performance by Endgame? Wow. Kerry saying, oh my god, thrice. Calling Mercy noob teamer, which is not really good, but you can see Kuhilu doing 0 damage, which is not really good at all. While Mercy could only put out 10.6k of damage in total. Ice Cream Chilling, which is Chocolate, putting out 3.6k of damage. Nicolade doing a lot of damage as well, 3.5 alongside another Ice Cream Chilling, which is lost his AFK. Kerlade, that T22 medium, although only doing 2.5k of damage, killed 5, which is very important. Man of the match, obviously. I got pinged. Nah. So, yeah, you guys jinxed Mercy with 100% of your votes. So, congratulations, you jinxed Mercy off this quarterfinals and Game of Thrones semi-finals. Are they the first team to be in the the semi-finals? No, they are not the first team. We also have all the results already. If we can switch to the screen, we saw Legion 2-0 against Lux Novum. Meanwhile, Raid 2-0 against the second team of Mercy. So Mercy will be finishing off in the quarterfinals. APA still fighting against Immortals. If APA are through to the semi-finals, that will put them put some distance away from the 9th position. So let's update this. So now we have 3 of the big 4 now in the semi-finals. Unfortunately, LOCA are out because of seeding issues. Well, doesn't sound good from what I see on the Senate server. Well, well, that's not good to see. We still have some time left, so let's see. To continue analyzing win and against Legion. Let's to change this. There we go. Let's update this as well. Now looking at the table, we have Legion with 31,336 cups. Raid back in the second place, 30,162 cups. Endgame climbing up the third with 30,120 cups. We're still waiting on the results of Immortals against APA, while Mercy would still be at the 10th place with 26,598 cups. So it's going to be Endgame versus Legion in the semi-finals. Okay, let's analyze, shall we? Before I leave it for too long. Okay, both teams again going for C, but this time Rabbit North. You see what he spot up Whoopsie? He spotted up Whoopsie, but he needs to be careful. He spots really good. I mean, the same on the other side. You can also spot some tanks going into these kind of lanes here. So this is going up this kind of hill here. It gives you a lot of information, and that's what you want to use. What you want to do here. So you can spot tanks going into C like that. You can see the blue arrows I've drawn here. But Aggie, will he be able to spot up something over to, I mean, Rambo from North spotted, obviously. But what's the role of Aggie here? We will see very soon. Maybe to reset C, I presume. Well, Aggie there. Maybe there to reset C potentially, so the Win needs to be really careful in getting C. Oh, Rabbit from North spawning up. Killer from North making some mistakes here. But we already saw all tanks spotted for Win, so they have information to work with. Legion goes very aggressive already. Oh my goodness me! Already Legion trying to wrap up the game, trying to like push off these lanes here. They're just barreling it ahead like that. They're just pushing in. Win's forces are not really separated, however, though. So that means Win, what they could do, they just could focus down Zed and Thomas here. While Gabe from North and Every from North, I don't know. They might be in trouble, I presume. So Cuba from North and also I think it's T22 is played by Killer from North. They probably want to do something. They probably want to go down. I don't know, but they might get shot. I just don't know what they could do. But the game from North and Every from North will be in all sorts of trouble, I suppose. And at this point, I would just ditch C because they're just going to rush in the end. The reason why clans will rush this lane here, if I can show you this lane here, why they want to rush this, just want to just go in, shut down the tanks over to the sea. That's usually what you rush this lane for. But the problem is you might get pincered by like 2 sides at the same time. So on the other hand, what Legion might be doing as well is to come from the back or backside of Gate and Gate from North and Athlete from North. That could pose lots of difficulties for Gate from North and Athlete from North to work around. Let's see. Oh man, they're just going for an Iron Fist at the moment, but is Win ready for that? This is the first time where Win is not the team rushing in, but Legion is actually the team rushing in here. Athlete from North maybe get shut down early on, and that's not the fault for Athlete from North, and he's the first tank down. We're losing a lot of hit points already, and Game from North. However, probably is Kuma from North and also Killer from North, I think should have gone in. They don't have any caps, so they're kind of allowing Gabe from North and Kanani from North to get shut down by these tanks, so they have to change into the right color though. So in the end, I think Gabe from North at this point needs to like pull back, and the tanks need to just come forward so they can share hit points, and Gate from North might take longer time to die. I mean, these two tanks are just too passive at the back, and let's continue to see what's going on. Maybe the next tank down, Zerd, down to a one-shot potentially. Oh, but trap. Oh, they couldn't finish off Zerd. That's a really big no here. But still, I think Gabe needs to pull back immediately because he's going to be the focus for Legion. It's not difficult to call focus fire in this situation. Even if you don't call focus fire, you know which target to go for. Max Radicoso instead. Gabe from North down to one shot and he's dead. Oh, Legion barreling in very aggressively. Is that the counter to Win's strategy here? Just be aggressive and you will win. Okay, so actually it is because Mercy did aggressive moves onto Win and Win just aren't prepared for it. So you can see Win. I mean, Legion has a really good lineup here, really good formation. This horizontal straight line, like Eggy at the very far back, but he can just 1v1 that Ramble from North easily. Win's forces are very separated, so that means these two are isolated. You have a single Ramble from North trying to deal with Eggy, and you also have two tanks at the back, which can't do a lot because just Object 3, Thomas, and Whoopsie and Venisake just stay behind without avoiding getting shot from the side, from this side here over here. Yeah. And if it's going to be a case, then Win might be in loads of trouble here. Now, these 5 tanks from Legion are going to shut down both Banana from North and some of. And this point is too late because now Win has lost 3 tanks. Killer from North, if he rotated earlier, I wonder how much of a difference he could have made. To be honest with you, and we saw the Cuba from North still somewhere on the battlefield, probably around here. I don't know. One from North. While Cuba from North is now horrendously isolated, dropping the reactive armor. Would that help Win in any bit? I don't think so. Panani from North trying to shut down Whoopsie, and I think it's over for Win. Very quick games actually. And Panani from North is dead. Killer from North down to one shot and he's dead. Rambo from North, Kuba from North is dead. Rambo from North, last man standing. Wow, how quick is that? We're just only less than 2 minutes of the game here. Now Legion with 6 tanks on the field. And Rambo from North can't do anything to stop this carnage from happening. Object 3 going to kill Rambo from North, and he killed Rambo. So I mean, in the end, Win. Now we have found the second problem for Win. First of all, I've identified they sometimes drop the hit points too early on, and too early in the game, and somewhat unnecessarily. And second, now they need to kind of find a way to tackle teams from rushing them immediately at the start of the game, and apparently they aren't really prepared for that. So Win needs to figure out a way in order to address this issue. But I think it's not difficult for them to do so because they are very mobile team. My advice is that you don't want a stratified formation while defending. You don't definitely want to be very homogeneous, very horizontal straight line. That's what I always say on the stream. And because if you do a stratified formation, that means enemies can focus tanks down much more easily without calling. I mean, even without calling, like it's pretty obvious which tanks you need to focus on. Like if I could draw up here, if I can show you what a stratified formation would be like yeah, you have 3 tanks at the front, like 4 tanks at the back, and now you have let's use blue here, 7 tanks kind of wrapping around here. So obviously what you want to go, it would be these 3 tanks, like these 4 tanks at the back. If you have some obstacles around here, take some shielding from it, just kind of work your way to kind of shut these 3 tanks down at start. And by the time you have done so, it will be 4 for 7. So in the end, you kind of want to kind of hit point push it if you get rushed or something like that. Caps aren't going to be important in this case, just kind of pushing. And then these 3 tanks just kind of pull back. Yep, to form a good horizontal straight line, so that it will be hard for the enemies to get a focus fire, right? At the same time, you can also do some shielding with one another much more easily now that you're closer to one another, and that's kind of the advantage of being in a good horizontal straight line. So, do we have other results coming on? Right. Oh man, I'm getting. Okay, there was some problems with my server at the moment, so I'm going to do something about it. Bye. Bye. So, Banhammer, so you're out. There we go. Right, Immortal Speed AP821, so we can go back to here. Well, it's going to be Immortals. They're going to secure top 4 potentially, and let's get more viewers, shall we? Okay, we have a peak, or like 20. That's good. Hopefully, we get back very soon. So, Immortals against Raid will be for the semi-finals. So congratulations to Immortals, but AP definitely improved a lot. I don't know why. It seems a bit weird, but they definitely improved a lot tonight. And I mean this series in general. So there we go. APA 1-2 against Immortals. APA are out for tonight. So that means they aren't going to draw any further away from the top 8. Because Immortals are through, they will further secure the spots in the top 8 tonight. And now the table is as follows: Immortals now with over 30,000 cups. That put them in a very solid position in the top 8. Still have 8 minutes remaining. What do we also have here? No, I don't think we see anything about. Nope. So actually, let's wait until the room is up. But meanwhile, I'm going to actually, once again, if you just hopped into the stream, I'm not following any team, but I mean it's going to be me following Endgame versus Legion in the semi-finals. In the previous skill tournaments, the fifth previous skill tournaments, and this is the format, just for a brief refresher here. All games are played the best of 3. The tournaments run in groups of single elimination knockout stage with a third place match per group. The tournaments see the via average win rate of members in the team. At the end of the tournament, a certain number of cups are given to the clan that the team is registered for. The number of cups will determine the leaderboard position, and the top 8 of that will advance to the next stage, the Blitz Cup preliminaries. One previous skill tournament spread out across 2 consecutive days. The first day there are at most 16 teams in one group, and top 4 of each group will advance to the games held on the second day, where the second day there are at most 32 teams in one group, and all games are played in supremacy mode. This is the number of cups for you guys. We have already handed out 677 cups, and we're going to see which 2 clans are fighting for 2011 cups. Oh, 9 viewers, no. This is the system that you will see that I will use at the end of tonight's stream. It takes into account tiebreakers situation. I think I have the room up. Nope, not yet. Yeah, the room is up. Okay, the top 8 will advance to the Blitzkrieg preliminaries, and these 4 dates, bear in mind, the top would be for the Blitzkrieg preliminaries 5th, 7th, 9th, and 11th of October. The top 4 will advance to the Blitz Cup, and for the EU server, it will be held on the 21st to the 22nd of November. Right. The schedule for you, we are now going to stream the semi-finals. And so far it's going to be Immortals vs Raid on the upper bracket of the semi-finals, lower bracket Endgame vs Legion. Here's the roster for win, which is irrelevant at this point. That's how we get coins, so let's actually hop in. And now it's going to be Legion versus Endgame. Okay. And it will be Sense again. The kind of the draw that Wargaming's be given, like it's not random at all. It's pretty much skewed to like Sense have been played twice so far as the main map. That would be a really nice game to see. However, Rip's only the only person streaming that. Let's actually give you that option. Oof, let's get more viewers in, shall we? Let's get back up to more than 10 concurrent viewers, shall we? Let's do that. And looking at the lineup, Legion, Object 3 in the T22, medium, alongside Zerd. Eggy will be playing Vickers Light, potentially. We have triple E5s. Okay, Eggy is actually playing the Vickers Lights, and Eggy will be playing E5 alongside Redicoso and Thomas. Venisicate will be playing in the 2-5B on Valent Coin. Endgame, we have Nicolate, Vicus Light, and quadruple E5s played by Ice Cream Chilling, which is Chocolate, alongside Joshua Kimmich, which is Legolate, Ronka, quadruple 7, and Winchellate. Double T20 will be played by another Ice Cream Chilling, which is Lastis AFK, and also Carolate. This is kind of the battle we are waiting for a long time. Two of the best teams on the East are arguably the two of the big four facing one another, and I can assure you they will be exciting. And are we going to head into tiebreaker? We'll see very soon. But so far, Legion against Endgame. What's going to happen? We'll find out very soon. Indeed. Hello, Beaker. How are you doing? Hopefully you're not here to spam my service and so on. I don't want to say that. Um, "20 seconds remaining, so what are we going to see in this one? That's the Suns. There we go. Right, so we have Legion with double T22s and also Vegas Light played by Eggy. Oh, their Legion play very light here, but then Endgame, they are also pretty light in terms of the lineup, like also similar lineup, but we're having the same lineup, except for the Venisicate in the T15B instead of E5, so almost identical lineup. And then Eggy already taking a hit at the start. And Endgame actually taking very defensive positions, running away. However, Eggy running away spotted. What is Endgame going to do after knowing this kind of information? With tanks rotating, they know something's going to happen. But will Object 3, Zerd, and Eggy do something about that? Or will Endgame actually counter-rotate with an Ice Cream Chilling, Nicolate, and also Carolate? Oh, more tank spotted. Thomas dropping reactive armor early on in the game, getting tagged. I think Engie also getting shot by Endgame's forces. Legion a little bit careless here, though. Hello, Stin. All Radicosa dropping hit points here, Legion playing very carelessly at the start. Endgame dropping only 1 or 2 shots here, like not a lot. Ooh, Engie getting shot as well, but eventually dropping reactive armor, pulling back, however, not really making use of the reactive armor. Endgame kind of pressing the line here. Legion might be in trouble. They have less than 1k of hit point advantage. Eventually take a big hit though. Hit points now neck and neck. I think the first time Endgame doesn't have has the hit point pool lead. And the first tank down. Winchellate is the first tank down. He got tracked and he has no repair kit to fix that. Endgame making the last ditch push, but look at that formation, they are very spread out. I think Legion now has to control here. Nicolay it's very low here. On the other hand, it's 3 vs 3. Engie taking a really big hit. Instead of ammo rack though, because now Endgame has the hit point poorly back. Joshua Kimmich is dead as well. Object 3 is dead. Carolade Is he going to die on the hands of Zerd? Oh, he bounces onto Zerd, and Nicholas down as well. It's 3 versus 4. Zerd is very, very low. He puts a good shell into Ice Cream Chilling, but on the other hand, Venicicate is dominating over another Ice Cream Chilling. Zerd puts a good shell into Ice Cream Chilling. He's not dead quickly enough. 2 Ice Cream Chillings are dead now. It's going to be 1 versus 3. Romka kills Zerd, and it's going to be Thomas killing off Romka at the end. Oh, this is very cruel because Romka was a Legion for a time. And it's going to be first game to Legion. Legion. Although kind of losing a lot of hit points, bleeding a lot early on, end game, I think everything just spiraled down when Winchellade got tracked while trying to run away, and really good focus fire from Legion into Winchellade, and that immediately swung the hit point poorly back into endgame's favor, back into Legion's favor. What am I talking about? So first game to Legion. So I'm going to keep in checks whether anything is going wrong, and at the moment it's not, so that's good. So we have now Legion with Object 3 in the T22 alongside Zerd. Aggie in the Vicky's Light. We have triple E5s played by Angie, Redicoso, and Thomas. Venicicate is in the 215B. Endgame we have Nicolate the Vicky's Light, double T22 played by Ice Cream Chilling, Lastis AFK, and Carolade. Another Ice Cream Chilling, which is Shocklade in the E5 alongside Romka, Winchellade, and Orca. VIP is on the subs bench at the moment. So all 4 streamers will be streaming this bracket, and Rip will be streaming Immortals versus Raid. So check that out if you want to check those games. Match points Legion, however. And will Legion pull away at the first position? We'll find out very soon. There we go. Let's get the transition up. Uh-oh. Legion only with 6 tanks. What on earth is happening? Oh man. Something's wrong. Oh, Thomas Games crashed. Oh man, that's bad. Oh man. That's a free game for endgame potentially. The reaction of the endgame side is very funny though. And Legion with with more than 2k of hit point deficit. Oh my goodness me. Oh man, Redicoso getting shot while crossing. Nicolay spotting up those tanks. Venicicate might be getting shot heavily. No, he only got shot once though. Endgame has 1 more tank at the start. And this would look like to be really tough for Legion to put it back, however. But please don't sell your T22 for the T125TU, because I think T22 is a better tank in randoms than 25TU. 25TU is good in tournaments, but that's just it. Tier 8 tournaments, who on earth cares at this point? Redicoso holding on very passively here. But Legion, without the tank at hand, they are crippled horrendously. Endgame Orca barreling in, and I think Endgame's just going in immediately. And Orca just behind this isolated. Is he the first tank down for Endgame? It is the first tank down for Endgame. Redicoso is the next tank down. 6 versus 5. Aggie going in horrendously aggressively. Will he be shut down immediately though? And Aggie managed to go over the dude, and he's safe for a fair few seconds. No, he's down already. Winchellade, Ice Cream Chilling is very low. Venicicate is trying to kill him off. Oh no! That track notched the shot off the trajectory, and it's now 5 versus 3. Object 3 is a one-shot. He needs to be killed though. Object 3 is safe for a few seconds though. No, he's not safe. Winchellade kills him, but he got picked up by Angie. Angie dropped the reactive armor and needs to put a shell in. One crashed each actually, but I mean all 7 tank. Orca also crashed. Oh dear, that's why he just got horrendously aggressively at the start. My goodness me, 1 player on each team crashed and Zone is down. The second game goes to Endgame, and that is because they have 1 tank less, but equally 1 tank less for Endgame as well. Orca only doing 0 damage. And it's a tiebreaker with the very wrong reasons actually. There is a delay definitely, 5 minutes of delay. Right, so complete the poll. You guys didn't jinx any clans. It's 50-50 for this poll. And now we are on Canal. Canal is actually a map that's all about cap pressure and so on. And Endgame is best at that. So we are expecting Endgame to put it out of the bag potentially. But they're going with triple medium tanks. Ice Cream Chilling in the T22, Wind Chilling in the Leopard 1 alongside Orca. Carolate in the Vegas light, so they're going with 4 mediums of light, so very soft lineup here. And we have triple E5s played by Nicolate, Ice Cream Chilling, which is Chocolate, and also Romka. Legion, Object 3 will be playing in the 50B. Eggy will be playing in the Vegas light alongside Vanisicate. Engie in the IS4, and we have triple E5s played by Redicosa, Thomas, and also Zerd. Hopefully Thomas' game's not going to crash this time. Sorry. 10 seconds remaining on the clock. There we go, let's change the screen, shall we? Let's have a pie into the map and we'll see what's going to happen. Legion going mostly to B. I think they're trying to get Cap in the situation, while Endgame going for C and D. That's very normal move from both teams, to be honest. Nicolay capping on the right side of the circle. What that means, Object 3 can just use his shell, his clip into Nicolay, and he got heavily punished by doing so. Angie going horrendously aggressive here. Oh my goodness me, Nicolay might be down very soon. Got tracked again, and Angie is also very low. He might be killed. He got killed by Ice Cream Chilling. Angie is the first tank down. However, Nicolay is able to pull back off safely enough. Winchelade now trying to tag up Radicoso, and Thomas might be isolated here. Oh man, Winchelade taking a big hit trying to put crossfire into Radicoso and Zerd, and Ice Cream Chilling also very oh, no, they're fine, but the E5 Chocolate took a big hit. It took some hits though. Endgame with a hit with the cap lead, but hit points neck and neck. So we are not heading into the raid situation. Oh, Winterley is down. Oh, Leopard 1 got killed by Thomas. That's an unnecessary loss for Endgame. But still, Legion without a cap at the moment. They are now getting A. Yes, they're getting A. But Thomas hang on at a very aggressive position. I wonder if he's going to survive. I don't know. It's going to be really it's going to be really close. I don't know. The deal for you said rigging ticket send. You don't need to send that ticket because it's just crash and crash. Unless some people hacked into Wargaming server and caused some players to crash their games. Nicolay spotted up as well. Now it's 6 versus 6 endgame without a hit point pool advantage. Very close to spotted. Thomas hanging on at a very aggressive position. So I assume if Angie wants to make a rotation, which I don't think they will, they might be going to shut down Thomas. Some misses happening over to Thomas. That Ice Cream Chilling and Romka holding off really aggressively. 5 tanks a day. I think now Legion's going to make a rotation. Ice Cream Chilling, Chocolate might be in trouble here. Vanessa K spearheading this one. Might not be the best tank to spearhead, but he's going into the other position. Object 3 getting tagged up. Oh man, Romka is going to be in loads and loads of trouble. And still, Headpoint is still very neck and neck though. Thomas now getting counter pushed by the Endgame's forces. Romka is getting focused by the Legion's forces now. Thomas is going to barrel in, but he needs to be really careful. Endgame, hang on. They have hit point advantage. Thomas, the push from Legion stopped, and Endgame's now going to counter push. Third is in loads of trouble. Now Legion needs to push in because Zerd is going to go down, and I think Vanessa K is trying to save Zerd, but he's not quick enough to do so. And Legion, they stopped rushing. They didn't keep on pushing while Zerd's getting pushed, and also Thomas. And I think that's a misplay here. I think Endgame now going to make a counter push around the coast, so it's going to get pinched by 2 tanks. Romka, 415, and Liquidate down to 69, which is a very weird number indeed. But Redicoso is going to go down to Romka. He does go down to Romka. And Endgame coming up on top. Eggy's down as well. And Object 3 kills Nicolade. He's on a drum reload, however, he's the last man standing. Endgame coming out on top of this defensive rotation. And I think Legion didn't keep on pushing while Endgame's trying to deal with Thomas and Zerd. And I think that's a big and huge misplay here. And Object 3 is down. Wow, Endgame are through to the finals. It's going to be Endgame Legion. Not cutting the mustard, however. Endgame with 2 tanks doing over 3k damage. Ice Cream Chilling, last is AFK alongside Kerolate, man of the match. Obviously, they've done a lot, and of course, for mediums and lights, the advantage you have is this mobility and DPM. And we have triple E5s played by Ice Cream Chilling, Romka, and Nicolate. Ice Cream Chilling, that is Chocolate, doing over 2k, and that's really good indeed. Thomas doing 2,694, although I think he lost quite a lot of damage. Engie lost a lot of damage early on, and he was down, first tag down, so that was a very bad move from Legion. But Thomas kills 1 tank and did 2.7k. Should the other side rush in while Thomas and Zerd got dealt with by Endgame, I think that could have gone differently. Let's see. Other results. Do we have any results on the other bracket? Yes, we have. Raid beat Immortals 2-0, and Legion will be facing Immortals in the match for 3rd place. Again, the Big 4. 2 of the Big 4s will be playing against one another. Raid against Endgame. We're going to see who is going to come up on top in the end. Let me update the table for you guys. 7 viewers. Oof. Yeah. Table for you guys. Legion still in 1st place with 31,336 cups. Would that change tonight though? Let's see if Raid got the 1st place. Would that overtake Legion? And that would not overtake Legion. Legion is safe for 1st tonight, but but they would only be leading by around 100 cups, so that's not a lot of cups in the lead. Immortals now down to the 4th place with 30,148 cups. Endgame would be finishing, would be now having 30,750 cups. Raid 30,792 cups. Elsewhere, not a lot of changes happening. But APA would be leaving tonight with more than 400 cups of difference to the 9th placing team, which is Vale. But Vale needs to do a lot more in order to get into top 8. They can't drop their guard yet. They still need to do really well in the next 3 match days. So, cool. Let's actually, again, we are now going to stream Raid versus Endgame. This is the 5th match day of the previous year tournaments. Just a brief summary, all games are played in the best of 3. That is the team, whichever team wins the first 2 matches will win the fixture. The tournaments run in groups of single elimination knockout stage with 3rd place match. The tournament seeded via average win rate of members in the team, and that information can be found on the website instead of in the game. That information in the game is not accurate. We're back with 10 viewers, that's good. At the end of the tournament, a certain number of cups are given to the clan that the team is registered for. The number of cups determine the leaderboard position, and the top 8 of that will advance to the next stage, the Blitz Cup preliminaries. 1 pre-skill tournament spread out across 2 consecutive days. The first day, there are at most 16 teams in one group, and the top 4 of each group advance to games held on the second day. For the second day, there are at most 32 teams in one group, and all games are played in supremacy mode. We're going to hand out 2011 cups in the final stage. It's going to be either Raid or Endgame taking home that 2011 cups. At the end of the stream, you will see me using this system. And that takes into account tiebreaker situations. Timeline for you, there are 3 more match days to go. We are on the 5th match day. These tournaments are held on every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Saturday and Sunday. Blitz Cup preliminaries, the dates are 5th, 7th, 9th, and 11th of October. The top 4 will advance to Blitz Cup, and the Blitz Cup will be held on the 21st to the 32nd of November. And this is the schedule for you guys. Finals will be held in around 12 minutes. Because there is a 5-minute delay, the time written here would be 5 minutes later at least. The time here is given as Central European Summer Time, and that is the time in France, Germany, Italy, Poland, Spain, San Marino, Vatican City, Luxembourg, Belgium, the Netherlands, Denmark, Switzerland, Liechtenstein, Austria, Czech Republic, Hungary, Slovenia, Slovakia, Bosnia and Herzegovina, Croatia, Serbia, Kosovo, Montenegro, Norway, Sweden, Tunisia, and Algeria. This is okay. I have to update that so you're going to see something different here. I haven't did that though. And now it should be updated in the stream, on the stream now. It's now going to be Raid against Endgame in the finals. In the 3rd place match, we have the first team from Mortals against Legion. The roster would not be important because we are out by Mercy tonight. This is the table for you guys. Top 4, we're just going to see some movement between the top 4. So all the teams outside of top 4 are not playing at the moment. So nothing much is happening at the moment. But for the top 8, currently APA in the 7th place with 27,948 cups, Souls with 27,722 cups, and Vale with 27,519 cups. And this is how you could get coins. Follow the instructions here, and my moderators will put the link in the chat. If you're lazy, just click on the link and follow the following steps. And finally, my top 8 guests will be as follows: Legion, LOCA, Raid, Endgame, Vale, Souls, Win, and Immortals, and that will be updated after Sunday. Potentially. So we still have around 10 minutes remaining on the clock. We don't have enough time for analysis. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to play a game. Nope, not the right one. That's the right one. let's actually update this table as well. There we go. Let me play some. Oh my goodness me, what tank should I play? Well, that's hard to choose. Pattern. There we go. Oof, we're being so aggressive here. Oh, Martimator. Oh, I thought I would miss or bounce. That's not going to. That doesn't seem to be the case. Currently no one in the middle. That's going to be bad news. We lost the chieftain already. Seriously, that's not really good. FE45 can't spot it. Oh, I spot that. Traker. Hello. That of course that leopard one's going to shoot me. Is there someone going to do something about that middle side? Because currently that leopard one is. Oh man, this is not good. Okay, something has to be done for that. Oh my god, how did I get shot? Oh my god, I can't run away. I can't run away. Oh, I got a bounce. Lucky bounce that was. Oh man. No one in the middle. You can't win if you have nothing in the middle. Come on, seriously. The heavy should have gone middle, not right. Not because you can't do anything on the right side. It's you always put in very middle range shots, and you're never going to do anything on the right. So the mouse is just in a very horrible position. Should have gone middle, shut down the left one, and we could have done a lot better. Unfortunately, they are no good players. Yeah. Yama's Hub is not the map where you want to go together. It's actually the map you want to have some kind of splitting. And heavies definitely would fare a lot better going middle. And I can assure you that. Yeah, and Valentry can't do anything, unfortunately. I mean, could have rotated to the middle to get some shots in, that's to be said. But I can't blame him for that. I mean, those heavies should have gone the other way. And let's get out, and I think the room should be up. Which is not the case, though. I'm surprised. I should be up in 1 minute, though. There we go. Room is up. We have Raid against Endgame on Rockfield. Viewership is bad tonight. Oh god. We are on Rockfield. There we go, Rockfield. Let's review the map there. Rockfield is a map. Pretty big actually. After the change, the Rockfield has always been has always been a very small map, but after since the updates there, it has become a big map. And very importantly, lots of people, a lot of clients will want some information whether the enemies are going to A or C, and how you could get the information for the teams that you go through what I'm pointing right now up to this, even to this bush, then you can actually spot a lot of tanks crossing. But you need to be really careful though, because you might get shot while trying to run away. But it's be really careful about that. Um, on the other side, just follow this, and you'll be able to spot tanks going into these kind of positions. TD is advised though. I mean it's a very open area as well, down to these kind of areas. But the rotation wise, could be a bit tricky at times if the enemies put some tanks over here to kind of defend aggressively. That doesn't make sense at all. But then what I mean by defend aggressively is that they put tanks to defend at a very forward position, like very close to where the enemies would rotate. So, rotation wise, this map might not be the best in doing so. So let's kind of remove the map, and let's announce you the lineups for you here. We also have Rip in the commentator box, Blaster in the 113 alongside Sick, Drizzle in the IS4. And we have double and triple E5s played by Money Dude, OG, and also Toby. JP's in the Vegas Lights. Endgame, we have Carolade in the T22 alongside General. Backen in the E5 alongside Ice Cream Chilling, which is Chocolate. Carolade is in the Conway, which is not allowed. Is he having some issues? Winchell taking the IS4, while Orca is taking the T22, the triple T22s. It is 1 minute and 30 seconds left. They need to fix the issues of crashing and so on as soon as possible. Uh, hmm. Okay, cool. I almost forgot to do the transition. I have to change. Oh man, did I just click on the button? Right now, endgame are already up with triple E5s played by Back and Ice Cream Chili and Carolade. Obviously not in the Conway. Winchell in the IS4 and triple T22s. This is interesting, but Raid would not have a lot of hit point pool advantage. However, they have one Vegas Light though. Only. So JP is going for a quick cap on say. He is going to go for a quick out on C, but the triple T22s, are they going to bury in there early on in the game? They're not going to do that though. Toby, Money Dude, and Brave spotted just in time in before JP got got rushed. And I think all endgame's forces are spotted up. So that means Raid are just teasing them with a C cap. Drizzle, 1 versus 2 potentially. An endgame with a lot of E5, so I think they're pushing up very aggressively. But it's going to be 5 versus 3 for Raid, and they can make a counter push on the other hand. Raid, they might get on top of that. Ice Cream Chilling is in loads of trouble. Carolate, low trouble. Back in loads of trouble. And Drizzo dropping 715 and 1,000 hit points though. This is not looking good for. I mean, the hit points have been neck and neck. Both teams are pushing left, right, and not maybe center, but everything has happened so quickly immediately. Toby's getting shot by General. General is trying to go down and he goes down. Drizzle is dead. It's going to be 5 versus 5. Carolate getting isolated by these double 1-3s though. Double T22s are trying to come in. They need to come in though because the Raid's forces trying to focus down those Winchellate and also the Orca. Carolate managing to hold on for how long it is. Sick, is he going to kill it off? It bounces onto Carolate and the Carolate kills Sig, and Blaster now getting isolated by the by the EG tanks. Raid might be losing this potentially, and Blaster got a fire, and a Fuego is not something that you want to say, and Blaster is down. 3s versus 2 double T22s, and they have the mobility to work with that. Nicolay just barreling in immediately, but General barreling in, would that be a bad call though? Oh, Toby is now dead. General is also dead. Orca, it's very low, but it's 3 versus 1 for for EG. Raid will be losing the first one at the start. Yeah, and Orca is dead as well. I forgot to change that. Now the score should be right. Not 0-1 to Raid. This should be 1-0 to endgame now. And Nicolade. Well, it's actually not a win yet. But Nicolade is going to finish off OG. It's not going to be it's not going to be thrown away by endgame. And endgame will get the first round. Look at it, there's Nicolay doing 4k of damage, killing 3 in total. Winchellate killing 1, doing 3.7 k damage. General doing over 3k of damage and killing 1. But Raid also have 3 tanks with over 3k of damage, OG, Sek, and Toby. But I think the problem is a lot of bounces happening. We can see how many they've done. Drizzle bounced 2. JP all shots in. Blaster 2 shots not in. Money Dude just bounced once. OG just bounced just didn't penetrate twice. Sick didn't penetrate. I mean Raids their shots been very effective, but I think endgame came on top. Maybe because they have 3 T22s. I don't know. And they, but I mean the Raid kind of put a lot of shells in. Some crucial shells bounced, but they in general didn't bounce so many shells. So Raid, maybe the problem is they didn't kill off those 3 tanks. They have 5 versus 3, and it allowed endgame to kind of shut down those tanks. They shut down those tanks on the other side more quickly than Raid does. And I think that is the difference you're seeing here. Now Raid going back with. Now going with double T22s played by Toby and JP. Blaster we're playing more alongside Sick, and we have triple E5s played by Drizzle, Money Dude, and OG. Endgame going with triple E5s played by Ice Cream Chilling, which is Chocolate, Carolade, and also Winchellate, Hollowed, Supreme, Ice Cream Chilling, and not Ice Cream Chilling, which is I think Lost is AFK in the 1-3. Nicolade in the E5 as well, General in the Vegas Light, and Orca in the T22. Let's head up high and see what's going to happen. Ray this time going all to C, but so does Endgame here. They're just using speed boost. So does Raid's forces. General not spotting anyone. He hasn't spotted anyone going to C or A. But I mean, he's there to just kind of spot anyone going to A. So that means Endgame would know they are going to C. And again, we're going back into a brawl situation. Eventually dropping the reactive armor. Oh, misses onto Blaster. He receives a shot from Seg, but again, it's going to be a brawl here. Raid not focusing fire at the moment, but need to drop some hit points already. Winchellate is in loads of trouble, but they need to focus. Seg doing a really good job in shielding Blaster. Nicolate puts a good shell into Seg, but Toby's the first tank down on the other side. We saw some carnage happening. Winchellate's dead. Carolate is trying to focus Money Dude. And OG is trying to put a shell into Carolate. And Nicolate might be down very soon. Money Dude is down. Nicolate's getting isolated. Potentially, but now hit points still neck and neck low, still lows to play for. It's not over yet for both teams, but Carolate's down, Blast is down, 4 versus 5 actually. Orca coming in to Sig. We're gradually seeing Endgame coming up on top. And Orca might be killing Seg very soon. He does kill off Seg. And it's going to be 3 versus 4. Nicolade is trying to put a shell into Drizzle. He does put a shell into Drizzle, but the reactive armor does some effect there. Nicolade, JB is down. It's going to be 2 versus 4. Drizzle trying to come and circle around Nicolade, and OG is getting pinned by both Orca and Ice Cream Chilling. Definitely this game will go to end game. And Nicolade is dead as well. OG is dead. General backside of Drizzle puts a really good HE shell into the backside of Drizzle. And General rammed into Drizzle. And puts another good HE shell into Drizzle. And this game goes to endgame. What a really quick game here. Endgame came on top. And there we go. Raid, none of their tanks this time did more than 3k of damage. However, endgame, Ice Cream Chilling, which is lastest AFK I believe, did more than 3k of damage, killing 1 here, and General killing 3 tanks in a Veki's Light, very important. But the damage spread, I don't know, like I think more equal this time for endgame. But good job, endgame here. They are finishing first tonight. I have to make sure no more. So let's actually refresh and see. There's definitely results for Legion against Immortals. I'll be startled if that's not the case, and that's definitely the case. Legion 2-0 against Immortals in the Big 4, turning up, and Legion finishing 3rd, and Raid will be finishing 2nd, while Endgame will be finishing 1st. This is a very brawly game. It's even the word brawly. Endgame will be finishing 2nd tonight with 31,164 cups. Legion will be finishing 1st with 31,646 cups. So far, 4 clans have more than 30,000 cups, and those clans are Legion, Endgame, Raid, and Immortals. So this is the end of the tournaments tonight, and we'll be joined very soon. Right, so do we have any more to say? Yes, let's use my system and see what's going. Let's see if there are any changes to the leaderboard. 15 viewers, thank you very much. That's really good. Unfortunately, it's a really quick game. So, I have to update that as well. That should do the job. Yes, that should do the job. There we go. So if I use my system, what's going to be different here? Okay, so the table will look like this. Oh, Souls will be out of top 8 actually. Endgame will be finishing first with 903 cups, Raid second, 844 cups, Legion third with 834 cups. Immortals will be 645 cups. Apart from the switch in position of Legion, Endgame and Raid, the top 4 basically has the same clans. Win the same in the 5th position, 580 cups. LOCA, 6th place, same position as in the official system, 531 cups. Vale, however, will be in the 7th place with 520 cups. APA, the 8th place with 387 cups. Souls will be in the 9th place, however, now dropping out of top 8 with 369 cups. Mercy in the 10th place, 290 cups, but trailing a long way behind APA. The ASP 276 cups, and Lost Control 166 cups. They're still in the top 12 for some reason. But in the official system, it's not Lost Control in the 12th place, it's Red Team is the 12th place. So, not much to be going on. Let's see if there's someone in the lounge. Not at the moment. Yeah, we have the deal for real in the lounge. Hello there.
Hi.
Hello.
Let me turn off the push to talk real quick, sorry.
Right, it's fine. How do you find about the games tonight?
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you, yes. How do you find the games
Okay,
tonight?
sorry. Yeah, I don't want to go too much in depth with them. My sinuses are kind of bugging me again, I apologize. But main reason is actually there's really not much to, for me anyways, there's not much to dive into. As I predicted kind of about a week and a half ago, I think we're seeing the gameplay now that, is necessary. However, I do want to hit on the fact of Mercy.
Yes.
I think they're starting to play the spoiler with the bottom brackets as predicted. So
That's true. They are looking likely to kind of challenge the top 8 though, but they are still far behind. They're like 1,000 more than 1,000 cups behind, and these 3 match days will be important for them, I presume. But I mean, they have also second team, so which means I don't think our Park's team will go through to the top 8 because a lot of them are Russian-speaking players from the Russian-speaking region.
I don't think they're gonna slide into a top 8 slot.
I don't think so.
Like I said, they're gonna play spoiler for instance, like win tonight. You know what I mean? And
yeah, no,
that's the top 4 are so strong,
right?
That unfortunately, if some of these teams like Emor was trying to do it tonight,
Right.
but they're pretty much sealed. But I guess Veal and Win, APA, um, they got to get real serious because they're going to have a tough road this week.
That's true.
And to have teams like even Mercy in there, um, acting as a spoiler in my opinion,
Yeah.
like I said, man, the even the six spot, I guess you could say from 6, 7, and 8 is it's almost a gamble. I think it's a part of it's going to boil down to luck, just pure luck.
True. APA did turn up, starting to turn up though. I think yesterday they kind of won against Legion and Ray, if I remember correctly. A lot of us will predict that they will finish in the third or fourth in the yesterday, but they finished first in their group, and that's actually very important because Vale finished first in the group. I think Souls finished second in their group, and in the end, Vale couldn't jump into top 8. However, Souls getting knocked out by Lust Novum though early on in the round of 16, that gave Vale the lifeline here though.
Yeah, well, like I said, I mean, what's great is it's more than just one or two teams that are
Right,
competing for that eighth position, so
right, yeah, yeah,
that's what's going to make it interesting is
true.
we have like basically a 3 to 4 team wild card here.
That's true. That's true. That's true. However, when I do think that they are in a bit of trouble, not in their position per se, but their playstyle maybe. But you can see like two main problems with Win's gameplay at the moment. I think the first I have mentioned a lot is them dropping a lot of people's unnecessarily at the start, and second, now we're seeing that they look a bit clueless in dealing with rushes from the other team. They are seldom the defender rather than the aggressor, and I think Win needs to do something to kind of tackle the problem with being the defender role, and they are not good at it, obviously.
Yeah, you kind of hit on that perfectly, and
Yeah.
I think they need to maybe take a page out of Legion's game book because again, Legion always gets underestimated for this, but if you look at, I believe it was the first match with EG
Yeah.
and Legion, um, if you look at how Legion played,
Hmm.
you know, about their decision making and map control versus cap control
Hmm.
and setting up to receive pushes,
Hmm.
but also be offensive and counter caps and
Yeah.
um Legion is so underestimated in that, in my opinion, but you saw a little taste of it tonight in a few of their matches. And I think that, like you said, for Win to diversify their gameplay in that regard, it would be a key to their success.
Right. Oh man, I think I've made some mistake with my bracket. Sorry, I'm going to change it. Uh, yeah. Sorry about that. Made a mistake. That should correct the mistake. Sorry about that, Sai. Thank you for pointing out, but maybe not in caps next time. Yes, I apologize. The leaderboard should be right though. The leaderboard should be right. Endgame won the finals, not raid. Yes. So, hello, Stin as well. How are you doing? Hello.
Yeah, sorry. Discord was like, no, you shall not talk.
Right. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
That's good. How are you doing?
I'm doing good.
Yes. How do you think about the games tonight?
A lot of aggressive plays.
Yes, true. Apart from that, let's talk about the finals, shall we? Like, Endgame versus Raid, like rock feud, but it's not cat play. It's just brawl.
Yeah, exactly. The instant aggression, it's almost like RU server style stuff.
Yeah, RU server style stuff, but obviously Endgame are more familiar with that gameplay though.
That is true.
Yeah, so
I mean, EG, EG and Legion are the teams I see as like the best at focus fire, definitely.
Definitely the burst of focus fire, and also I think it's the hit point. Also, I think the shot effectiveness from EG is better is in some regards, and they definitely showed that to Raid. And Raid, I showed it on stream. They didn't bounce or miss a lot of shells, but it's just that one or two bounces or misses that cost them the game in the end. Actually, if you agree on that, actually.
Well, yes and no. I mean, the semis and the finals, unfortunately, tonight were let's say half-hearted. I
Right.
don't think there was much strategizing going on in that regard.
Not a lot of strategizing are going on. Yeah, I agree with that. And it somewhat left me it somewhat left me underwhelming, to be honest with you.
I
Yeah,
understand what you mean. Like disappointed, you mean?
not disappointed, but just underwhelming because you
Yeah, I know what you mean with
yeah.
what you.
Yeah. Yeah, the games are close. Obviously, there's not a dominant team in there. Like at the end, but then you're not seeing like it's getting close right until the end, and as the battle goes by, you're gradually seeing a team coming out on top, and then yeah. But I don't know. I feel like a bit underwhelming just because maybe there are not a lot of strategies going on with these matchups.
Well, to be honest, it's all about this top eight, brackets and stuff, and
Yeah,
that's to come. So I
yeah,
mean, this is kind of like a trial and error, if you will. I think maybe that's what they were doing was they were actually practicing for a breakdown in a brawl situation, and
right.
maybe that was the whole strategy in the finals was just to practice the focus fire.
Yeah, I think that's also all right. Also good to practice because, basically Legion Endgame and Raid are pretty much through to the top eight, and I think it will require a big miracle, a big incident to knock them off top eight, basically. And I don't think that will come to them, to be honest with you. So I think yeah, they can just use the remaining 3 match days to practice focus fire, brawling situations, and Endgame definitely did much better in brawling than I've expected or I've seen in the past. So yeah, I think the Big Four is definitely
Yeah,
the Big Four definitely did really well tonight.
yeah. I honestly think Legion took it a little bit more seriously than
Yeah,
most. If they didn't have that 6 versus 7, I think
yeah,
we would have seen Legion in the finals. To be honest,
we
tonight,
could
anyhow.
have. But I think a very big problem here, Legion. Let's talk about Legion versus Endgame at the moment here. Legion versus Endgame. Um, Personally, what I think is that Legion, their first game, originally they didn't have the upper hand because they lost a lot of unnecessary hit points on Descent. But what they've done really well is to track that it's to track I think it's Wynchley in the E5 multiple times so that he can't run away and he's showing the side armor to the rest of the Legion forces, and all of a sudden Legion suddenly have the hit point pool advantage, and I was very amazed that happened in the first place. um
Well, yeah, again, I mean, that's one of the tactics I'm impressed with. Like I said, I think a lot of these teams, and you saw it on that particular match where, they underestimate Legion's ability to receive a push.
yeah, that's true. um Second game though, it was well, I mean equally. EG also has Orchid crashing, but I mean the psychological aspect of 6 versus 7 definitely puts Legion in a lot of disadvantage, in my opinion.
Well, yeah, but not only that, it's you gotta also look at the lineup, the tank lineup, because
Yeah,
if you have, say, one of your meds out, then you can't do this, or if you have one of your heavies out, then you can't do that. So
right.
it's not just psychological; it's actual. It breaks down to the gameplay, depending on which tank you're missing.
That's true though. Um, Meanwhile, we also have the third game. Let's talk about third game, Canal. Um, Personally, I think the third game, in essence, I think Legion's rotations was fine, but not good enough because they stopped suddenly and allowed Endgame to shut down both Thomas and also Zerd, and they didn't do anything to kind of like counter push on the other side. They didn't do anything of that, and they just stopped. They just stopped moving, and that I think was a big mistake from Legion, and I think that lost what cost them the game. Losing Angie at the start, I think, or Aggie at the start, it isn't ideal at all. I mean, equally, Endgame lost Leopard 1 as well. I think it was, I forgot which player was it was.
Winchell it was.
Winchell, yes. Like Winchell shouldn't have died there. Like the that was very unnecessary.
I think EG should have just they took out NG and then that's it. Then hold back. I would have just held back then. Have
Yeah,
B and hold back.
they just held back. But I think what they've done really well, they just like rotated on the other side once Legion made the rotation. That's really good. And Legion just stopped. I don't know why. They should have just gone in and the matches could have gone way closer, I would say. And
Well, I think it was a exercise in a strat, kind of, if you will. So maybe it was like their first time doing that particular thing in game. I don't know, like what I mean in a match.
right?
But
Mm,
I kind of actually blame the second line, if you will, for Legion on that. I mean, I don't want to blame names or say that that was the
Right.
reason, but what I would have liked to see difference is, I would have liked to see them kind of give up the B cap. Like, so if Object 3 would have not tried to hold the B cap, and if they would have actually rotated out of the A cap and then pushed over into the C cap and took over, basically did like a spawn swap, right? Like
Right.
you see so much in pubs, right? Like
Right.
where every team flanks and they just keep flanking, and next thing you know, you're just on the opposite spawn, right?
Right.
So like if they would have like when that initial push, when they had, what was it? I think four tank, maybe even five, but they had like four tanks up on the bridges crossing.
Right.
If they would have, like I said, done an early like rotation out of A, and like I
Yeah.
said, gave up the B cap, I
Right.
think that you would have seen a lot more successful and a little bit different gameplay versus them trying to hold and then just get picked apart basically.
Right.
I mean,
On the chat is me, the deal for real, and Stein, according to some
just this stage, just this stage. I mean,
stage.
what, I don't know why Legion didn't push down on Romka while there were still two EG tanks in B. That's
Yeah.
my question. Like,
Yeah. The
did they
question.
just sit?
Yeah.
They just sat there.
They just said they should have
Okay, let me
pushed.
let me rewatch. I think maybe it's because Object was on a reload. Let me just rewatch that. Maybe that's the
Yeah.
thing.
Stinge. Okay.
Wait. Yeah, I think he was on a reload. Let me check. Come on.
Right.
Look around, Wild. Come on, I want to see the reload bar of. Oh my
It's not showing.
turn. Ah, there he is. Oh, let me put this on full screen. Yeah, I think Object is reloading, and that's why they're holding back.
Right.
They
Okay.
shouldn't, to be honest.
Right. They shouldn't, to be honest. I don't think. Everyone's not going to join me tonight. I'm not sure if Fudget's going to join me tonight. While we're also talking, Mercy versus Endgame, which is very quick game from Endgame. Mercy tried to make a push, but I think they didn't have a focus fire in the end, probably.
And just the first game also just the early spots and the early shots into the
Early shot,
Mercy.
very important. That the Mercy has a Vickers light, but they didn't like spots up the end games tanks trying to cross over. Like Mercy, you can see the experience there. So Endgame definitely played a lot on this sense to know what to do exactly.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I hate Desert Sands. It's such a rubbish map, in my opinion.
It's just very brawly, not a lot of strategization, if that's even a word here. Right, but Mercy versus Win. Oh man, just
Oh,
everything.
that was.
That was just the first game. It was just a repeat of let's if it's I think it's 7 Star versus Endgame last year in the Twister Cup. It was a total repeat. Like 7 Star again just rushed overseas and just picked the tanks on the south spawn one by one, and Win didn't really like form a good formation in the end, and they just lost a lot of tanks. They just kind of isolated themselves a lot in the first game, and in the end, Win can't do anything.
I just also for me, like triple Vickers, I think it's too many lights in my
A
opinion.
lot of lights and very soft lineup.
Because you don't
And
have the HP to absorb a push that well, in my
no,
opinion.
no, you don't have. I think it's very risky lineup for Win. I can. I do want to give my I mean my respect to Win for taking triple Vickers Light, because yes, it's very very soft, and it's also very hard to make it work. But then you have and
Oh yeah,
what?
go ahead.
I
Sorry.
mean, and then you have a lot, and then you have. I don't know if it's a. I don't remember that Vegas Light has good DPM, but like it just runs around the map a lot. So Stinge, you're lagging.
Ah, epic. That's nice.
Good. What do you want to say though?
But I just wanted to say that with the triple Vickers, right, in the first game, and with
Yeah.
Mercy going for quite a hard push through C,
Yeah.
that's where you see that the lineup is just too squishy.
Too squishy. Yeah. Too squishy, and yeah, the heavies, they're not aggressive. I mean, the Winds heavies are not aggressive, but they just couldn't like pull back and make a horizontal straight line in the end, so they were like picked up one by one. Right. Second game though, like Win also made a really good job in shutting down the tank trying to cap B, but I think what's going wrong with Win, they didn't cap A at all totally, and it's like buying insurance. You didn't buy. I mean, you didn't. I mean, A is there. It's the insurance for free. They didn't take that. And what Win have to do is have to like kill all 7 tanks instead of like killing like 5 tanks, get a cap lead back, and then you will win. They didn't. They didn't have that insurance at hand, so they were forced to like play really hard in that. They have to kill like all 7 tanks, and I don't think that put them in a really unnecessary pressure. And I think what went very wrong in the end was the push in the middle, not necessarily the push through the flanks. I think they are fine. The push through the flanks are really good, but I think the push through the middle is what actually cost them the game, I think. What do you guys think about that?
I'm just gonna rewatch the pushes you are talking about, so I
Right.
make sure I don't
Right.
say anything I don't, because I
Right.
kind of forgot the game.
Right.
Um,
Okay. Meanwhile, for
Well,
the
don't get
sorry.
mad at me, but I was actually sneaking in to catch the LOCA raid game, I believe at that
I
time.
see. I see. I
So
see. It's fine.
yeah, and actually I do recommend, if you're able to go back and find that somewhere, to watch that. The LOCA raid matchup was, it could have went either way in my opinion.
Right.
So
Yeah. Yeah. That's true. And they are very long games though. Like it's the last. It's the last fixture to show up a result, and it's a 2-0 win for Raid. It's not 2-1. It's not a tiebreaker. It's like through 7 minutes match for both teams potentially.
yeah, again they were on Castilla, and it was just
Very stale.
it was indicative of what the teams are and what their capabilities, and so to me it was almost watching like the first round of the final eight, if you will. So
Right. Yeah. Yeah. True. Um. For those who are still watching though, I think I'm going to end the stream pretty soon because I don't really have a lot to talk about because the other commentators are not here. Friday night with Wild, here's the time I extend my invite to all of you. It's going to be open forum. We're going to discuss team by team. That are top 8 candidates on both EU and Asia server. This is going to happen at on Friday at 7 in the Central European Summer Time. If you convert that to Asia, it's going to be around 11 in Hong Kong time. Which is 11 in Hong Kong time. Was it not? No, it's going to be 1 in Hong Kong time, and 1 a.m. in Hong Kong time, and it's going to be 6 p.m. in British Summer Time. Just if you're free, come join us. We're going to talk together team by team, very in detail. I mean, it's going to be a lot of fun, I presume. Definitely going to put a lot of focus on the EU teams because I think the top 8 is very competitive this year. I think it's pretty competitive. We have 3 teams that could go that are contesting for 2 spots, maybe even a 4th team as well, but we will see.
Yeah, it'd be great, if a team member was able to show up for, from each team. That would make the conversation interesting, to say the
I
least.
don't know, but like, yeah, but yeah, of course, I'm definitely going to do some criticism sometimes. But well, do come along and hop in, and if you're like the silent majority, also hop in, talk together, and maybe you have a very different insight than what I have. Then yeah, we can like discuss a lot, and we can just might spend like 2 to 3 hours on this topic alone. Just on Friday, do remember it's going to be on this Friday at 7 p.m. in the Central European Summer Time. Friday night with Wild open forum, so everyone can join. No, I mean commentators. I've invited the commentators to join as well, so we might be able to talk together about that. Interesting, exciting stuff. Hopefully, we have a lot of people joining in this forum. Hopefully, I'm not going to destroy the server while doing that. Right. That's all for me tonight. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you on the Friday. So, cheerio.
Thanks for the stream. Bye.
Bye.